We've been watching The Wild Robot.
Oh, yes.
I love that movie.
I've been meaning to watch that.
You should. It is fantastic.
It's legit good.
I need to set myself up, like, I try to plan. I'm not a big movie person, but I try to plan my movie watching around when I'm in the mood. And I know for that one, I have to be in the mood to cry a little.
Right.
Because I know I'm going to cry a little.
I cried like 5 times,
Like,
real tears.
I did not read it, but I have a friend who watched it, and she was like, "You absolutely have to watch it." I cried so many times.
They're good
like,
tears.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. But you know,
you
just got to be in the mood.
You gotta know who you are and what you're going in for, and that's
respectable. A little bit.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Why? When?
When you watch good movies that are tearjerkers.
Yes.
Did you go back through it from the perspective of neurodivergent mom?
I watched the second half with them from that point of view, and I cried tears fresh.
I love everyone in here. So come say hey.
Yeah,
how are you feeling?
A little better, but still not great. Not good.
What did you do?
Yes.
I fell off my bike because I'm a silly goober, and the pavement is unforgiving, and I fell weird. So I whacked my elbow pretty good, and that's as far down as I can go.
May have fractured it. They're
As
still
far as I'm
figuring it
aware.
out.
I was just about to ask if any additional
Bad
news.
doctors. No, not entirely. Part of it is that like I took some X-rays, but there was so much fluid in my arm that I can't see
They
everything.
can't tell.
So and then they did it again, and they were like, yeah, but I'm getting. My problem when I say bad doctors is I'm getting different answers from different people. Some people are like, keep it in the sling, don't move it around. Some people were like, yeah, encourage movement, go nuts with it, just don't do anything too wild, you know. And I was like, this is.
Great.
Like,
Great.
I'm gonna
So
need a
I gotta go
consensus
see an
here,
actual
fam.
specialist and ask him, and then trust him, I guess.
That would be the tiebreaker.
But I've been mostly just letting pain be my indicator of what I should and should not do, as it is the body's indicator, you know.
That's why.
So.
This
But
doesn't look too bruised, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, there was really never any crazy bruising, though there was some extra swelling around my elbow at first. And it is getting better. My grip's better, but like it shot all the way down here and all the way up here, which I'm wondering if that was just because like there was so much pressure on all the tendons and everything. That's what I'm feeling. I don't know, but I'm not a doctor, so I don't know these things.
Well, apparently they don't either. So.
Yeah.
True, right? But y'all have fun tonight. Good luck.
Thank you.
It's just, I don't know if you heard, but for the last sessions that you haven't been here, every time I'm like, we're missing someone. It's gonna take, and just when I get to, I'm like, this feels right again. Then you're gonna come back
That's
for
exactly
some
what's
reason.
gonna happen.
And I'm gonna be like, there's too many people.
That's exactly what's gonna
Why are
happen.
there so many people?
Why? No one can fit.
I should get like a hanging seat somewhere up above. Play
I
a
should look
strange
down.
back character.
So look
Yeah,
down.
it's like a long bed, so you're just like hanging over the table, having your arms down. You can like manipulate all
my
the pictures too.
Just put the gear up there so he can't fuck with anything either.
Yeah, wouldn't that, he'd do that. Now you can sit in the midst of us, we have no
Is
mask.
anyone parked in the driveway?
No.
Fantastic.
Y'all can park in the driveway as long as you park on the right side.
Yeah.
We can get past you on the left.
Okay.
Yep.
Good to know.
Okay. Well, do we have any treat things to announce, or shall we go directly to recap?
Normal treats, cookie
Glorious.
rations.
Thank you so much for bringing us cookie rations.
You're welcome.
Inspiration for cookie rations.
It has been very funky. On
It
Thursday,
out too,
on
yeah.
Thursday, it was logging people in to random accounts. Like you would
Oh my
log
gosh.
in, but it wouldn't be your account. It'd be
no.
like
That's
somebody
not
else's
what I
account.
want. I don't want someone else's account.
And it's because it happened for like
Their account means nothing
That's
to
the
me.
exact opposite of
Yeah.
what I
But on
want.
the other hand, you're like, well, let's explore this character.
That's one of the other guys was like, well, what level are they?
What level are they? How creative did they get?
Yeah.
Kazun suddenly
Also
appears like a
intrigued.
7-foot tall elf orc hybrid.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Okay. It did log me out, but it let me log back in.
Yeah, it fixed.
Yeah.
It fixed pretty quickly, but it was just kind of funny for a little while there.
Okay.
It's kind of like, I don't know if any of you guys remember chat roulette.
Yeah. That's a little more sinister than.
But it was kind of like a more innocent version of chat roulette. Like you just didn't know what characters you were gonna get. In chat roulette, you just never knew what
That
you were
would
gonna
be a
see.
really funny April Fool's joke to like just randomize people's profiles, and you just have to play as who you get. Like everyone shows up, and it's like, okay.
We talked about doing
Mind swap.
Yeah, we gotta do a Halloween game where everyone dresses up as their character, and we gotta do a game where everyone comes and plays as someone else's character. And I was like, I will come up with an in-game reason for why that happened. Like, say less. I'll make it make sense. But, like, everyone's themselves, but in another character's body with their build. Yeah, I think that'd be super fun.
That would be.
Is it just, can you imagine just Heath yelling at Kazun's book, like, how does this work?
Tell me the secrets!
Tell me the secrets, you book!
Make the thing do the thing!
The runes, what do the runes mean? The numbers, Mason, what do they mean?
Oh man. And we definitely do it randomly.
do
We
the
just
ten-
roll for it.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
tendencies come with? Do you suddenly get like if you become hairmaid, do you suddenly just have a desire
That's
for
exactly
rope?
what I was
For
Just
rope, the rope.
I think it'd be really fun
Why
for
do I
everybody
feel
to
a
come
need
up
for
with
twine?
like 2 or 3 quirks of them
That
that
are
do
physical,
pass
that are
over.
physical, not
Yeah.
mental.
Yeah.
No, this is a physical compulsion. You gotta go find rope.
Must have
You
rope at all
must make
times.
friends with the animals.
Yeah.
You have no choice.
Speaking of making
You love
friends with
animals
animals,
now.
did y'all see that there was a zebra on the list?
Yes.
Yo, what?
Yes. Did you see all the ads, like some businesses were like photoshopping the zebra at their business?
Yeah,
That's
people were
excellent.
doing
Are you
that.
serious?
That's great.
Yeah, so
That's really funny.
in Rutherford County, apparently someone had a pet zebra, which is legal
It
in
is.
Tennessee.
It is.
But
Oh,
they had a
I
pet
hate
zebra
that.
and it got out. You can also have a lot of other random things
Yes.
like
Yeah.
tigers and things, which makes me not, a zebra got out. I'm just worried if a tiger gets out.
It could, yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of
That
the
could be dangerous.
less harmful things. That
Yeah.
The zebra gets out, you're worried about the zebra.
Yeah.
The tiger gets out, you're worried about everyone
Everyone
else.
else. Especially
Like,
small
it's gonna find food. It'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Yes.
Children are the perfect size. Like, I'm worried about the children.
Ooh, yeah, we don't like that. We don't like that.
Hey, tiger! In Africa?
The Delana lore made me
No.
so excited.
Wild thornberries?
Huh?
Oh, okay, then no.
No, Monty Python. And
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. I thought you were doing wild thornberries.
I wanted to keep going, but I was like, I've been writing this for hours. I gotta
This
get
is
ready
the
to go.
vibe. Like, this is what happens. I'm doing this sometimes, and I'm like, holy shit! Has 3 hours passed? Oh my god. Okay. Are we ready for the recap?
Yes, please.
Okay, I just started with the note Finn's incredible character cards because it deserves to be in the public record.
Woo! Another inspiration for character cards. That's gonna last for who knows how long.
Is that just
It's just
Just continuous.
It's like re-upping.
Every do I remember the cards? Inspiration.
It's like the game, which I've lost the game now. Sorry.
Oh, why
Thank you.
Perspiration.
The disaster detectives were delivered safely to a secret room in a storage shed connected to Petal and Pestle in Wynhaven, north of Veltden. We were given the instructions to wait there until the street was busier and then slip out one at a time to avoid drawing attention to ourselves. Kazun and Aoife began discussing Aelyrin. Aoife decided to reach out mentally to her, and they spoke for a short time. Aelyrin was reserved and somewhat suspicious that Aoife was traveling with non-Gloamkin, but also relieved to once again speak with one of her people. Aoife tried to be intentionally open and transparent with her feelings and explained the disasters and the circumstances that had brought our group together. Aelyrin did not respond to that, but experienced feelings of guilt when the disasters came up in Aoife's story.
I feel so bad. I definitely was like, we'll come back to that, and then we never came back to it. You said she didn't respond to that. That was not the intent. Definitely intended to respond.
That's alright. We're on
Yep,
the road.
we're on the road. On the road again.
Thank you.
Heath developed one level of exhaustion from the Ion Stone, which in my mind...
That doesn't
Kick in
hit
to
until
I sleep or
you sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, but in my mind, that contributes to all the Heath things that come after. It's like the feeling you get when you're really tired starting to set in.
Yes,
Starts
yes.
getting irritable.
I'm cranky now.
So I was just angry. Is that
Yeah, I'm not tired yet, but I'm very angry.
What's tangry?
angry? Oh God! Let's not try to make fetch happen on that
Above table, I made a note. We had discussed being more mindful moving forward about our use of the bag of holding. We can't put random shit in it and expect that we're going to get it back out.
Appreciate that.
We got to be mindful. Items.
Random books!
That being said, items we got from the keep. Vial of bottled sunshine, bag of seeds that includes Veltden crops and herbs, mostly common, a few rare. The Grainfather's scythe, which functions as a +1 magical scythe. The verdant crown, a crown of laurels that casts blessings on crops, and then a bag of 5 wooden tokens with magical arcane marks on them. Plus, I did not write this, but 1,000,000 gold. We had a lively discussion about the willingness of Priya and Nor to consider killing Everett, and the perceived naivete of Kazun and Aoife for not wanting to consider it. Consensus was reached to try and communicate more openly about such decisions moving forward. Hermé opened up about his past. He admitted that his invitation wasn't actually his own, but his brother Flint's. Hermé said his brother had been blinded by power and had killed members of the Velorana family. Flint asked Hermé to kill him after that, but to take on his identity in order to keep his name and reputation as a hero alive. Hermé took Flint's invitation and has followed his brother's wishes. He appeared to be telling the truth, but not necessarily revealing everything in that conversation. Hermé expressed a desire not to put us in danger again. At this point, the group revisited the importance of being open about personal information that has the potential to put the rest of us in danger, which seems to be an ongoing theme. We agreed that after we left the shed that we would meet on the road to the west of town, like start traveling up a ways and catch up to each other. Heath left the hiding place first. He could see that there were more guards than expected around town than when his previous visits there. He stopped at a magic shop to buy bracers of defense and then continued on to the horse shop. Heath tried to negotiate with the clerk at the horse shop so that he wouldn't have to pay for the saddle and bridle, and it devolved into a debate. Heath ended up with a pony, Pip. He was offended because the clerk seemed to doubt his ability to pay and made a show with his pouch of gold. He and Priya clocked that the clerk noticed it and made a subtle gesture toward one of the stable hands. Nor, carrying Mouse Aoife, came in next while Heath was still there. He got a horse, he politely haggled and got a small discount. His horse's name was Barley. Next came Priya. She tried to haggle but ended up paying full price for a horse. You got a horse, not a pony, right? Okay, that's it. Her horse's name was Thistle. Last was Hermé and an invisible Kazun. He also tried to haggle, initially received a small discount, but after Hermé tried to shortchange him, ended up paying full price. Yeah. Twice. Ended up paying full price for 2 ponies.
I was gonna let the first one go. Biscuit and Sprig! I forgot how great their names were.
I recorded all the names.
All the names!
All
I recorded. So we got Biscuit, Sprig, Pip. Oh, you're Sprig. Mm-hmm. Biscuit, Sprig, Pip, Thistle, Barley, and Grandmarch.
The single one and only Warhorse.
We'll need them for the headstones.
Listen, I remain optimistic.
Put that down on the clothes. That's too good.
We need them for that.
We will need them for
What
that.
headstones? We just disposed of the bodies.
Yeah.
For the first ones, we didn't know their names.
That's true.
Are we 3 for 4 dead, right?
No.
No, the last round, all the hearts survived. Didn't we have another horse encounter where we did okay? It was 50-50.
No, that was the one before that. You had 2 horses and one of them lived.
You are right.
We've only killed 3.
We have killed 3 of 4 acquired horses, but the hearts survived
All
totally
survived.
unharmed.
Yeah, the first time both horses died.
Right.
Then the second time,
Look,
half
listen,
the horses died.
Our track
The
record
third time, none of the horses died.
Okay, so
we have been improving.
significantly. I mean, if this is a graph,
Right,
we're
exactly.
shooting up.
It's just
And if you count the snakes during the revolution, as soon as horses.
They were mounts.
They did not even take damage.
No.
So
Flawless.
100%
We can skew the results further if we ditch these horses as soon as possible. We can keep our stats good.
No.
technically, we avoided killing one horse. We are up one already.
Yes! Yeah, we're plus one. Wait,
Now we're adding
yeah,
plus
we're
one
just- Wait, does that mean we have to start a breeding program to repopulate?
Does this cancel out the one that fell off
That's
the cliff?
no, that's Kazun's epilogue is starting a horse farm to teach all the dwarves of Magmaharth about the
On
variety.
the letter I wrote to Delana, I literally started out by like, I've encountered yet another kind of horse.
Yes, this one is.
Might have been my
It was
favorite
so
part in the whole
funny.
book.
There are many types of horses. I've encountered a new one that is white and has horns.
You're just
Oh,
gonna
no,
open a
no,
horseshoe,
no, letter
and
today.
it's just gonna be.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't get that.
Oh,
What
you
was
didn't
that?
see it?
It's in the public campaign recaps.
Oh, okay. I was looking when I saw the public campaign recaps come in. I just assumed without looking that was
He posted
you.
one and then I posted one.
Amazing. I'm so excited. I've
Blessed
not
be the
seen that.
bounty.
I'm
no.
so blessed be the bounty. Blessed be the bounty.
Yeah, I hope that lives with us forever. I need to
Right
cross
now,
stitch
Like
us.
whatever
got
our
blessed
next
to be the
campaign is,
bounty.
we just need to work that in.
Every
That's
time
what it
something
is.
good happens in abundance, I'm just gonna say, blessed be the bounty.
I'm gonna have to make a cross stitch or an embroidery that says "Blessed be the bounty."
Right now we have blessed be the bounty, and we're surprisingly effective.
And those need to hang right next to each other.
You can switch them back and forth. It works either way.
Yeah.
We're surprisingly effective comes across as like magically delicious.
That's exactly how I think of it. Like,
In the
that's
exact
in my
same-
head.
That reminds me, I'm working on my own.
Tone.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I love that so much.
Oh my gosh.
On the way out of the horse shop, Priya noticed that the town guard were even more active and alert than they had been before. She noticed that there was someone tailing Heath at a distance, trying to appear nondescript. She moved ahead at a normal pace and told Nor, Aoife about the tale. Aoife communicated it to Herme and Kazun mentally when they approached. Nor attempted to speak with the guard and used suggestion on him, which was an A+ move.
It was an attempt was made.
Yeah, unfortunately did not work.
Good attempt.
We all wish it
A good
had,
attempt was made.
including, I'm sure, the guard now wishes that had worked, if he were here to weigh in. What the encounter did do was convince the guard that Nor was not in league with Heath, and it emboldened him so that he decided to approach Heath.
He attempted to pull me over.
Yeah, shockingly, Heath was not receptive. When asked to pull over his
If I could
horse,
have fan art from this game, one of the things that I would have was Aoife going, woo!
the spectral siren on top of her head,
If you
just
can
looking
imagine,
totally
like, if
calm.
in a manga, anytime that happens to Aoife, like something happens and it's just in the corner, just Aoife.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Let's see, I lost my place. When asked to pull over his horse, Heath attempted to take a swing at the guard, but Herme was quicker. He used Thorn Whip to try and move the guard back away from Heath, unfortunately decapitating him in the process.
Did you see my gif? I
I
said,
did. The snowman?
yes!
Snowman.
I thought it was
Is that
so
from National Lampoons or something?
I have no idea because I've
Random
not
kid?
seen that.
Okay, never mind then.
Sorry.
I've only watched it once, so I can't.
Mine was 100% accurate one.
Yeah.
I've seen enough clips to know I would not like that movie.
Maybe.
Aoife turned into a giant eagle to dispose of the body and accidentally really spooked the horse. Priya, Ace, as always, immediately put it to sleep. That's becoming her go-to, just like, go to sleep.
Something's wrong.
Go
Go
to
to
sleep.
sleep.
Go sleep, go sleep, go sleep, go
Thank
sleep.
God. We need time. We need time.
Coming around the time that you did that to Herme was so prime. I was like, what a
Saved the
move!
day.
That was a
Yeah.
great move.
Great move and saved the day.
10 out of 10.
Aoife moved the body into nearby copse of trees. Everyone else cleaned the blood from the scene. Nor erected a silent image fence around the horse before he woke up. We were prepared for this horse. Aoife then cast Horse Diplomacy. And that Grey March, steed of Veltden, the war horse, the only war horse in the group now, turned out to be very honorable and dedicated to the guard.
That's one way to put it.
Aoife gave him a fake name and tried to convince him to travel with them. He was very determined to return back to Windmarch, but he'd been disoriented and did not know the way. Aoife did not tell him. He questioned Pip, who informed him that Valen was dead. That whole scene.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Yep.
He did.
I don't know. Head flew right off. Never saw anything like that.
Me too.
I know.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
After
It
that,
was funny.
Grey March agreed to travel with us. With the time we, in parentheses, hopefully bought, we are now continuing to travel west towards Magmahearth.
Woo! So much inspiration! Please pass us down.
Chase, I just want you to know that your reaction to Aoife giving the fake name,
Actually,
I
did
continue
that.
to laugh just by
Chronomancy spells.
You did what?
Are you okay with
threw
the
you
fun
off
spells?
so much.
I just made it off.
You're just
Oh,
like,
it's
we
from
can't
that
put
parchment
that
that
in the record. That
goes in
can't be
the
what's
final.
happening. I think I
I'll
should
look at
keep
that.
laughing.
I'll look at that. Give me a
That whole
second.
scenario was so good. Oh.
The quotes from last time were so epic. I really loved ACAB includes Grey March. But one of the one that I kept
Why do you
coming
give a
back
fake name to
That, but my favorite. My absolute favorite.
My favorite that kept every time I read it, I like laughed out loud all over again. Was Nora going, whenever it was made and had to leave suddenly, what did you lose? And Hermé going, you mean emotionally? And Kazun going, yes, Hermé, emotionally. Teamwork on that one. I couldn't handle it. It was so funny.
The quotes last week really were
Yeah.
just
10 out of 10. It was so good.
Because it was like, I want to talk about more serious stuff. This is a real rough segue, but I'm going to make it work.
with my newfound confidence. I believe I can do it.
It's like someone hits a curve and just like decides to just
We're just
keep
going
going.
over it. I meant to be
Like, well,
this.
what do you hear now?
You're absolutely right, though. That is what kicked off the Hermé sharing his backstory conversation. So, yeah, you just rolled with it. Like, yeah, let's talk about it.
This is so funny. My stomach hurts. Oh my gosh. Oh, God damn. Okay, phenomenal recap. Thank you so much. All right. So you guys have found your. Sorry. Ow. You guys have found your way westward on the road from Veltden. Moving to. Oh, I had this. Hold up. No, it's not gonna be a funny enough joke. I was gonna play on the open road from the Goofy movie. I was like, no one else is gonna know what that is. It's just
love the
me
Goofy
laughing
movie.
myself. You are on the road westward, mid-morning or so, on your various horses, rolling at no faster than 40 feet. If you want to stay together, because that is what the horses can do. Huh?
The puns.
Yes, that's what I meant. Thank you. And had many things that you wanted to discuss. That you were waiting to get out of the city and to a safer, more I want to say visible, but more open space where you could keep your eyes out for any interlopers as you go.
Is this like right after the whole guard
It
cleanup,
can be,
everything?
but it can be after a bit of settling in on the road as well, if that's what you guys want.
It's like morning, isn't it? Because we
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty early.
early morning or like mid morning.
I mean, assuming we continue down the road with no, I just want to get far enough away before we
Yeah.
drop our guard. And
Yeah, totally. So that makes sense. If you guys would want to keep going a ways to get out of like where the guard died, which you covered up very well. I don't remember if you probably mentioned that, but y'all covered that up specifically with excellence. Dropping the guard's actual body off in a copse of trees.
Trees need to eat too.
Trees also need to eat. That makes me think of Caduceus Clay.
Yeah.
With how he's not a pacifist. Even have you seen?
Some.
He seems very pacifisty, and they're like, "Are you gonna fight?" And he's like, "You know, somewhere something needs some compost, and I'm happy to make some more."
Yeah.
I was like, "What a line, my guy." I do too. Kazun Jeff is the undersung talent of that group, because most of his jokes are very dry and quick,
and
and they go unheralded by the rest of the group, and I'm laughing.
And he's not compared to the relative volumes of the table. Like, he's not very loud compared to everybody else. So not only is it like deadpan, but it's also like at a moderate volume.
Yes, yeah. And so they'll just roll right over it, and I'm like, why is no one stopping for this great joke?
I still think my favorite is when he's like, I don't mean to yell or raise my voice or whatever, and he's just deadpan, and everyone else is just like.
It's so good.
I feel like him and Aoife would get along really well.
Oh, probably.
Absolutely, Caduceus is out there doing Lord's work.
What?
Which
He's a
Lord?
cow person.
Your pick.
Yeah, so you guys roll on a ways until you've left that point behind you, so that you feel like you're a safe distance from the city, feel that you're no longer being followed, and feel that you can see wide around you. I mean, being in the open field type of area like this, it has its pros and cons. And one of the you've dealt with some of the cons, but one of the pros is you could see anyone coming from a long distance, if they're not, invisible or teleporting in. So
Great. We don't know anyone who can do that.
I mean, I'm just being honest.
So,
just reminding us that we live in a world of magic and scrying
It's good to remember.
and many things.
Yeah, we teleported across
We did.
the world. So.
We did.
sure.
Well,
We
the
did.
continent,
It is
I guess.
valid.
So we're headed. Are we headed in the direction of Shadowmere Pass, or are we headed more towards like? This is a question for DM in terms of our
Great
direction.
question. Let me pull up my Artemian map. That the incredible Finn made for me.
Yeah, is this more Peaksward or is this more Westward?
I think it's more westward, right?
Well, anywhere westward is towards the peaks,
Sure.
right? Because the peaks cut the continent from top to bottom. They reach the whole way down.
Right.
The
right.
nether
The
on
nether
this
is
map
technically
is
underneath.
underground. So anyway, you're heading towards the peaks. It's really, are we heading more
Right. Where's
Veltden or
Course.
further than that? Human, Veltden, Corsia. Which direction are we heading?
Corsia is in the northern end of the peaks, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Only-
It is more north. There are two above Corsia.
Okay.
Corsia, Human, and Veltden.
Okay.
On this, it's flipped. So Corsia and then Calamhall, and then Human is in the middle. If you wanted to.
Yeah, I've got it. Sorry, I'm doing off of memory. I've got this
Yeah.
in front of me. Give me a second. Do. Also, I have my.
Corsia is second from top.
That's fine.
I
I
have
just-
my knot.
I was confirming that Corsia, we're traveling not in the direction of Corsia. I was just
No,
confirming
because
that,
Corsia
yeah.
is further up.
So
Yeah.
basically towards Verdian, which we've never
Yeah, I think Corsia. Oh, I don't have it on here because I didn't want to spoil it for you guys. Is that what version 1 versus version 2 is? Give me a second. I'm like, what's version 1?
Oh, in terms of maps?
Yeah,
Did you, I don't know if you gave us.
I do. I have a map with secrets.
Ah.
Of course I do. Amazing.
Titan.
There's like 30 of them.
Oh no.
I mean,
And secretly.
yeah. So
Cavern
Calamhall is the Calamhall, sorry, is the northernmost one. Then Corsia, then Human, then Veltden, Desiron, which is the one named after Dayray, Daysay. I think that's all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, it would be fun to travel there.
So that's the southernmost one.
But not on
Is the Desseron. The reason I was pulling up the other map is because there's a specific south of let me see. Yeah, it would be southwest of Veltden is the place that you would know. There's an entrance, and you would know because you had to travel out of it. That there is an entrance down into Magmarth. So southwest is the direction you guys would need to head. So that's closer to Desseron.
Okay.
It's like between clicking back and forth between secrets. Yeah, it's like between Veltden and Desseron is where the pass that you guys know of is.
West southwest-ish.
Yes.
putting Desseron on the bucket list of travel destinations.
Do we really want to travel to the city named after the god Dis?
I mean,
Eva does.
I don't know what you're talking about.
we were already basically in her. I mean, the Gloam is
Yeah.
like her area of the continent.
Sure.
So.
Are we just gonna run into a bunch of goth people in there?
To remind
You already did that.
Sure. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
They're just blue glowing.
The Gloamkin are just mall goths.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
a different kind of
Cottage
goth.
goths.
Yeah.
I love that
Cottage
so
goth!
much.
Listen, cottage goth is my exact vibe, okay? That is
that
exactly
like
what I want.
witchy vibe?
Yeah,
I'm going
kinda
to
like
share.
the animal
I don't know why I didn't
skeletons.
do
I've
this
never had a goth
initially, but I'm
phase.
going to reshare this map on here
Probably.
Thank you.
so that you guys can see the
It's never too
entrance
late
I'm
to try.
talking about.
Oh, a goth.
There at the
Does that mean I have to get makeup?
border of where you
No.
can see
Island.
the dregs.
Okay.
So
Oh, I see.
Be the god that
Southwestern.
speaks to you.
it's where it's specifically there because it's where Serenus, Grenwald, and the Nether and the Peaks all sort of connect.
That makes sense.
So it's at the crossroads of those four borders.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
So you can see it down there.
Okay. Is that little village in between? Is that Wynhaven or is that something else?
No, that's just one of the Veltden cities.
Gotcha.
Wynhaven would be a lot closer to Veltden.
Gotcha.
And a
But we
smaller
have to head in that direction.
Alright.
So a town to stay in if you want.
Okay.
I'm so glad I got to use this map for something useful. I did initially spend a lot of time on it. It's not impressive, but I was
I
happy.
think it's impressive.
Thank you.
I'd love to get one, but you said we have to buy one, I think, right? A map in game to
In-game.
have this.
I thought we did.
We did.
Back in Coruscant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
That's why y'all got this map.
Oh, I would like a new map.
You would like a new map? Of what?
Oh, of this version.
Oh, you want it printed out?
Yeah.
That thing, this picture printed out. Help me understand what it is you want.
Yes.
Okay.
I would
It
like
seems
this,
like you-
as much of this as I can have printed out. I just
Oh,
don't have
okay.
I can
It
get
seemed like you
printed
were
next
saying
session.
Heath wanted a map.
I would
Oh
say
no,
that.
In
he
game.
doesn't. Well, I don't
And
know.
my brain couldn't.
Aaron loves maps.
And
Aaron
my brain
would like
couldn't
more
compute
maps.
that you would want this thing that I made printed out, so I was like,
Yeah.
he's saying something else. Figure out what he's saying.
It's like he's trying to speak to
It's
me.
like he's trying to speak to me, I know it.
I would like a map if I could have a map physical just. To
Hell yeah.
This right here is the entrance to
Yes.
the drugs, right? And then Magma Hearth is somewhere along the northern side of the drugs.
Yes. I had a separate map
There's a
somewhere.
northern side.
I did try to commission a map from someone who could actually make good maps for you guys. They turned out to be kind of loco, and it didn't turn out. I was like, okay, well, this is going nowhere. But I tried. I like to support artists. I tried, guys. I tried. So if anybody's out there or you guys know anybody who does good maps, I'm here. I'm for commissioning. Okay, so yes, that is there. Yes, Magma Hearth is on the northwestern side of the Dregs Ring.
Yeah, okay, so basically we go in and then we just keep going west.
Yeah, you're technically under under
The dregs are
Even
outskirts
Sara.
of Numenora,
Mhm.
so the ring is like the outer edges.
Is it like an actual ring or is that just like Oh,
The
no, so
concept of the
basically-
dregs, which I don't know if Kazun would have told you guys this or not, but the concept of the dregs is that there is the city Luminara, which is sort of the recognized. Oh, it's in one of my. I put it in some of the lore that I gave you guys. But it's the recognized city and power in the Nether, beneath the area beneath the top world. The dregs is called as such because it's a civilization that sort of built up around that city or their nation of the Nether.
I guess my question is there's like this ring in there. Is that just
Is it an
is
actual
that
corridor?
like a corridor thing, or is it just?
It's not
that's
one
the
corridor. It's representative of the cities that have built themselves around Luminara.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes me slightly less nervous to wonder what made the giant.
What made the giant
fucking ring?
circle.
Now it is. No, I'm joking.
I didn't tell you we have to rebuild Magma Hearth every 6 years.
Right.
Because the giant worm.
When the lava worm comes through.
That
You don't know about the magma
my
worms?
No!
You know about horse.
You guys don't have those up?
Cousins up there, like you know
First
about
time,
horses,
yeah.
but not magma worms.
The magma worms are so much bigger.
They shake the very earth. How do you not know about them? Listen, don't give me
The
ideas.
giant dune size.
I just clammed up because I'm like, well,
You're like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
we're gonna run into a magma worm, and it's gonna be a WYRM
That is
magma
exactly
worm,
what I was thinking.
and it's gonna be a grown-up fire snake. Shit.
When I said worm, I meant with a Y.
Yeah.
I did not mean that shit with an
Yeah,
O.
the things I was running from in session 0 were just the babies.
Yes.
Listen.
Oh my god.
Don't put it past me. I get
I'm
excited.
sacrificing.
No, true.
This is wisdom.
We just created a
Well,
TPK encounter.
I fucked up.
better on
I was only asking for clarification, and I've added problem.
I'm getting that quote down. So you guys are rolling out on the road. If you waited a while yet, it might be around late morning, noonish, before you fell into any real conversation. Do you take your lunch on the road on horseback, or do you pull off the side to grab some rations?
Considering we were just my inclination would be to keep moving, given
As
our
much
close encounter that we
moving
just
as
had.
possible.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
agree.
mean, we do know one guy went back, right?
Right.
So,
But what we don't know is how far the other guy was planning to follow us.
Right. So they
So-
may be expecting him back.
But we don't know what that timeline
Yeah.
is like.
Yep.
So let's say just keep.
Yeah, let's leave it on the road.
Are we headed in the right direction?
Heath, the road.
Small way.
Right.
It's just
To be clear, there are branch off roads. This is sort of the main road. You are currently on the main road westward, away from Veltden, which is a hub of many roads that go off. So at some point you'll need to break off and head southwestward.
Is there a sign that says Magma Hearth this way?
Definitely not. There are signs along the way with roads toward all the major peaks cities.
Wow.
Okay. Find one that's close.
To dis-
That heads towards Deseron, or even Veltden will take you closer to that. It's fun to get to use the city names that I'm in. Guys, sorry I'm pulling this off, but in my Pirates campaign, they don't care nearly as much about lore as you guys do, and that's fine. I just have my own good time on my own. But this last session, the captain did something that let me do something that connected the three backstories I had
Nice.
connected back at the beginning of the campaign. So it was like a 2-year coming roundabout, and they were all like, and I was like, this is the moment we live for.
You've been feasting on scraps. And then suddenly, a smorgasbord of lore.
That's exactly what it felt like. Sorry, continue.
Don't be sorry.
So continuing your lunch, grabbing rations on horseback, which I think Hairman would be very used to. Definitely Priya more than anyone would be very used to. Less so, but slightly, because you go on different sort of travel vibes.
Yeah.
Least so.
Like the Gren travel rations are probably new to me, but the idea of like eating out from nature, like on the road.
Oh yeah, I meant eating on a horse. Like
That's-
being on a horse while eating
I'm on
and traveling.
He's role playing.
That noise was me reading. I read chocolate chip cookies and then I read peanut butter chocolate chip cookie and I had a chocolate chip cookie in my mouth and I was like, well, shit.
Well, shit! You can have both. The world is your oyster.
Let's
Right.
make up our own rules.
I'm gonna
It is what it is.
fucking.
Man, this is why I have other people do the quotes, because I came to the quotes channel to write down something great someone said, and it's gone
Was
from
it
my
the
brain.
thing Heath said?
Well, I
Sure,
Yeah, it
Aaron
was like
said
he
about-
just asked for clarification but created a problem.
I
Oh,
fucked up,
yeah.
Regular
Anyway, just okay. I'm a sore arm.
Okay.
You know, everyone, we continue to survive. And I'm just both surprised and grateful.
I second that emotion.
The truth of Brian's words
Why are you surprised?
continues to be felt.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's do. We're far enough away now. Let's do a little post-mortem on
That seems
all
wise.
of that.
That seems wise.
On what?
So we really couldn't make it like a mile down the road before killing somebody.
I would like to point out,
I did nothing.
I did not kill him.
I said I'm sorry.
Hey,
I wasn't expect that too.
no. Ultimately,
I'll be careful next time.
you were the one who solved the problem, so I can't be that upset with you.
I think shooting off at the mouth counts as something.
What? He asked me to pull over, and I was like,
No,
why?
back up. Back up.
Yeah. Agreed. That is not where the interaction began.
This is the mom voice.
No. That's not where this starts.
Let's start at the beginning. We leave, or you leave the flower shop.
The goal, the overarching stated goal,
What?
is to not be
That flower
conspicuous.
shop. Sorry, I was like,
Yeah.
wait, way back in Veltden? How far back are we going?
Those, okay.
Well, my parents, they really love
Yes, our goal was to get out of town as silently and discreetly as possible. That kind of went out the window about 30 seconds after you left the motor.
It wasn't 30 seconds. What? After 30 seconds, I was barely out the door.
That's kind of the point.
What I'm saying, it took me longer than that. Give me some credit, I guess. But, what? I mean, I didn't do anything to indicate anything other than I was, you know, I just disagreed with the horse guys all. What do you want from me?
Antagonized, flashed gold that maybe you look like you shouldn't have had. There's been a heist. They're looking for someone who might have something they shouldn't have.
Listen, I don't begrudge the argument. I love an argument. Truly. But
We've witnessed this.
yeah, it's the gold.
Well, he said I looked like I didn't have the gold, and I showed him that I did have the gold. And
Heath, you continue to wear a vest with the arms ripped off. You've created a look that lends itself to a certain stereotype, which is that you don't have a lot of gold.
well, that's their problem then, assuming things about me that they don't know.
If you want to look like you have gold, ask Nor for fashion tips.
Why did you want to look like you had gold?
Well, I just wanted to prove to him that I had the gold that he was saying I didn't have.
But we literally just
He can be wrong.
robbed a vault from the city.
I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I mean,
Looking like we have gold is the last thing
Right.
I want at that moment.
look, culture I come from, where the blacks, not the blacks, the blue boys regularly spend money immediately after getting it. So, yeah, well, shit.
We learn, we live.
We live.
But, yeah.
Ultimately, we are further down the road now.
Yeah. And we have an extra horse now.
We have an extra
so.
horse.
True.
Were
Let's
you
not-
talking to that horse, by the way?
This one's
Yes.
even bigger than the other horses, right?
It is.
Is the
Cousin's
horse
like, cousin
okay
hates
with,
him.
you know,
It's
He's sad. He's sad.
he said,
Yeah. He wanted to go back
why did he want to go back?
because he cares about his mission as a guard horse.
And
This
you,
horse has a sense of duty.
He does.
and you brought him along
That's why
with
it's
us.
bigger.
He's filled with a sense of purpose.
God, is Kazun gonna write big horses have senses of purpose?
No, he does not believe that.
Horses grow according to sense of purpose.
Bigger
I am riding one with very little sense of purpose.
Yeah, the bigger the horse, the bigger the
no.
purpose.
Just stroking the phone. I believe in you.
You have meaning in this world.
Whose pony was the one that gave Grey March the lowdown?
It was Pit
Mine,
Mine.
It was his,
yeah, because I was right next
Because
to
because he recognized the
Yeah.
pony because they were next to each
Oh,
other
yeah.
and following that pony.
Yeah.
He wanted to go back, but thankfully when he fell asleep, he couldn't remember the way. Your pony,
I called you pretty.
Yeah.
there was a dicey moment there, but your pony gave him a blow-by-blow of what had happened and let him...
what?
Rewind.
Sorry, that's me.
That one's going down.
I knew when you said the first word, I was like, let it go,
How
let
many
it go.
how many
I gotta
12-year-olds are there? Okay, yeah, sorry.
Your pony recounted the events it witnessed. Thankfully, it didn't see who killed the guard. So now Grey March
It's my whole
is
plot.
protecting us from vigilantes that may be on the road at present.
We've convinced him that this is a dangerous road, so we just need to go.
And I do have to say, that was, I mean, I botched the sin back, but everything else following that was pretty impressive.
It was very
Good.
efficient.
It was good thinking. I don't know if you necessarily intended that level of, but hey, it avoided it being a skirmish and instead being a decisive. We're done with this, and then
We didn't have to have a discussion.
it's true.
But I know that the guards are that fragile.
It's okay to not know your own strength sometimes.
Well, it's not about me, it's about the guard.
Yeah,
I
or
Let's just
it's
not
okay to
use
know.
Thorn
I
Whip
was
on allies.
expecting, yeah.
That's I think that's another learning point. Like, let's not use Thorn Whip on allies.
But
Yeah.
putting the horse to sleep, speaking to it, disposing of the body wasn't our shiningest moment, but
But we were surprisingly
we
effective.
were surprisingly effective.
Seems we're getting the hang of this thing.
Slowly but surely, seems like.
Every time we survive is an opportunity to improve.
Well, yeah, you either survive or you die, I guess.
Yeah.
So what's the plan?
Well,
Kazun?
I still think we need to head to Magma Hearth. Not only, I think, does the fact that this book is Aelyrin create more questions, I think, than we had to begin with.
Now, what should we expect when we arrive at Magma Heart?
Good question.
Do they accept a group like us?
Do we even come in as us?
Is there any people in Magma Heart?
has he told us that his people are dead? Or
He's mentioned
he
I-
mentioned the Brewmaster.
Yeah.
the incident,
And then
but
the
I
library, yeah.
The Hall of Runes, was destroyed, and all of my order with it. I guess most of my order. We have people that are sent away to act as teachers for other communities and stuff. But they are not like, they're sent away because it's not expected that they're going to advance any further in the order. Our approach to the town, to the city, I'm not sure how this is going to go, to be perfectly honest. To get the first question off, yes, outsiders are welcome through most of the city. There's only a select few areas where you wouldn't be allowed, such as the Heart Forge.
Do you anticipate any sentiment towards the rancor that the warden has been stirring up about the Gloamkin? You don't expect any of that to have extended to Magmahar's populace, do you?
They don't really pay attention to surface politics. They're about trade. They will make money from probably both parties. But
Did you say that you stole that book you've got?
yes, that is why I'm not sure how the reception is going to go.
Yeah, does anybody want
And-
you dead because of that?
I don't know. I was actually hoping Priya could help with that. You can speak with people over great distances, right?
I can.
I have a cousin in Magma Hearth that I had been staying with.
Cousin's cousin.
Have we had
Cousin's cousin.
His name is Flint.
Yeah.
have we
So
had-
that will be very confusing, but we will manage.
Oh shit! Really?
No, no
I
joke.
was like, wait, why him? What?
No, fully his name is Flynn.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Cousin
have one
Flint.
spell slot.
That was
Oh my god.
that was decided before
Yeah.
anything else
I
happened.
remember
It's
that
a very
vaguely, and
interesting-
then I just forgot until now.
Before you contact your cousin, I would like to discuss a matter related to Aelyrin. I would like to ask her where she wants to go. I know that before we knew that she was in the book, the plan was to return the book to Magma Hearth. I would rather ask her where she would like to go. If she wants to go to Magma Hearth, of course, that's fine. Given that she is of my people, and given that it seems she's had a difficult time, I now feel, my feelings now are more complex, and I don't want to force her to go there, if that's not where she wishes to go. What are you, given what we know now, what are your thoughts?
I don't think she belongs in Magma Hearth as a fixture, so to say. Like, I went in there thinking that we would find one of my clan's own rune masters, and
Yeah.
it could be the start to rebuilding our Hall of Runes. But Aelyrin is not of our clan, even if she is a rune master, so to speak. She's not Fireforge. She would be welcome as a guest, of course, and if she wants to help us in our quest, that would be wonderfully helpful.
Indeed.
And, we'll happily take her to Magma Hearth to learn about her, learn about the situation,
Is it
see
likely?
what we can recover from the Hall of Runes. There might be some information that survived in there, and maybe we can go over it together.
Are your
But I
people
think
likely to
ultimately
share
she-
that opinion?
Hmm?
Are your people likely to share that opinion?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't think it matters, though. I guess it kind of depends on how our reception is, but if we're well received to Magma Hearth, I would be the one with the authority to decide that.
Okay.
I do think there is something to... She is as much a part of this journey now as any of us.
Yes.
And she's the only one who can add additional context to the threat of the Titans. I do agree that before we settle on Magma Hearth first, we need to discuss with her and at least see how amenable she's going to be to that situation. Even if we ultimately decide
Yeah.
to stay with our plan, we need to know whether or not she's going in fully committed or whether she will entertain us going there first
Yeah.
on the way to somewhere else.
Yeah. I just wanted to express that I will defend her right to choose, and I wish no ill will with your people. But if conflict arises and they wish to keep her, and that's not what she wishes, that would be a problem.
What if she just wants to sit on some random bookshelf?
And that's her right. I would not take it from her.
What if we need it?
Then we'll have to ask her questions before we leave.
Kazun, did you say that rune masters that fail at being rune masters get exiled?
Well, they're not rune masters, and they're not exiled. They're still part of the clan. They're just serving in different areas. We have, merchant shops all over the surface, and we don't want the families of people working those to go without education or services of a rune master. So those who are just less skilled are sent outside of Magma Hearth, while those who are more skilled stay in the Hall of Runes, where they can continue to advance in their skills.
So, is it possible that one of those sorts of people made, what's her name? Aelyrin?
Aelyrin?
No, you cannot make another... How do I explain this? I hold up Delana's spellbook and I say, this is Delana. Not the book. Delana's inside the book, but at the room, this is Delana. She is the only one who was able to understand and learn her own true rune. She carved it onto this book. And when she passed, I found the book and used the rune to awaken her.
So, someone awakened Aelyrin, and she put herself there.
She put herself on the book, yes.
So she was knowledgeable enough of the ways of the runes.
Yes, and that's what makes the rune master, is being able to understand your own true runes. So those outside of the Magma Hearth, they can awaken the book if they find one with a true rune. But they don't know their true rune, they can't become an awakened book after they pass.
Does that mean you're a rune master now?
Yes.
Congratulations.
So,
Just need a book to put it
I didn't know if anyone was going to ask,
Yeah,
but I was
I
over
did not
here
find it.
grinning
I was hopeful.
proudly to myself. I was like,
We're bringing the lore onto the table.
so then, is our current theory that Aelyrin awoke Aelyrin, or do we think it's somebody else?
Arborin or Lorelea, either one.
I'm
Or
going
she could have
to-
already been awoken
I'm
and
gonna
made
ping-
Fallen into their hands.
I'm going to ping Aelyrin and ask, would you like to be a part of this conversation? It feels rude to speak about you when you're present.
I have been listening.
Is there anything you'd like to add? Or ask?
Come on.
Oh my god!
You knock on the door! I do not prefer that.
She says she doesn't
Okay,
prefer that.
she's
yeah,
here.
Is she
Well, just-
speaking to all of
She's
us like
speaking
she
to all of
did
us.
Yeah, she
before?
speaks out loud.
Okay,
Were you
sorry.
speaking in her mind?
The
Oh.
initial ping was, yeah. When
She says, I have been listening only to you.
Okay.
She says, I do not prefer that out loud.
Oh, okay.
Like audibly or in everybody's head?
So That's a great question.
That is a great question. Audibly. The voice comes from the book, and the
From the
rune glows slightly as she speaks. Yeah, from the speakers in the
The
book.
speaker hidden inside the book.
If it's not too taxing, I recognize that it is the nature of the Gloamkin to communicate mind to mind, but we would invite you to be part of this discussion if we can all continue to speak with you if it's not too much.
Yeah, because not all of us can speak in people's minds.
That is a large reason.
Sometimes it's good to be blunt.
My true rune was awakened by the scintillar at the dawn of the mending. I fear I may not be safe in the gloam now, and would not be used again.
Who used her? You?
I apologise for interrupting, but
No, we're all in the conversation.
The warden of your people.
well, I suppose that makes things clear, doesn't it?
That was the beginning of a sentence, but yes.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. She sort of has a slow gait of speaking, so it's fair. No, we're going back. This was fine a second ago. The warden of your people found me.
Our boring lips.
Oh, but that's a great question.
Which
And
one?
sought my knowledge, and in friendship I cooperated. But his intentions were not true, and I do not know the truth of yours.
Did she say Warden Arborn or just the Warden?
She said the warden of your people.
Warden Arborn? Is that who you mean?
Or Bolin, I guess.
Have I been saying that wrong the whole
I don't think so. I think you've been saying it mostly.
I've been
correctly.
saying
I feel like
Arborn.
we
Oh,
owe.
well,
I
it's been our
say
Bolin the whole
word
time.
Aurora a lot
Fuck
too
me.
because it's like tree.
Yes,
like
arbor.
Yes,
Yeah.
I that was on purpose. Because I was trying to base names in the Grunwald area.
Arbolin.
Arbolin. Do not let that bitch steal your shit.
I'm just trying to block things.
Make him stop. Warden Lefson, yes. He found me in the deepest wood. She speaks into your mind alone and says, in the vale where I was laid to rest.
Would I
And
know
then,
that? Is it where we met?
Aelyrin, or where you went, and found
Titan?
Thalaron, was called the Vale of Thalaron.
Okay.
I would be brought to my Scintillar brethren and sistren if they would have me. For I know they have the means and knowledge to safekeep me.
Unfortunately, that may be. Kazun could speak to that more thoroughly.
That part she said to everyone. My apologies.
The disasters have a disaster significantly damaged the library, though Kazun can speak more thoroughly to that.
Yes, I was not in the hall at the time it happened, but I heard that all of the Rune Master books there were destroyed when a lava vein erupted and flooded the hall. The Rune Master at the time, Delana, who is in the, like, I hold this spell book up, I don't know if she can see it, but
Fair.
she's here in this book. All of her students at the time were all in the hall for a lesson, and they were all killed. I had just been expelled a couple of weeks before it happened, so I was not there because I had failed to awaken a book in the time frame allotted. After it happened, I snuck in and found her spellbook in her private library. It wasn't in the hall yet because she was still the Rune Master at the time. And I took it back to my cousin Flood's home and worked with it for several days until I managed to awaken it, and she and I discussed the situation, and we just felt the best thing to do was to take her place at the summit where Arborin hired us to go investigate the cause of the disasters and put a stop to them.
I grieve with you for the loss of your people and the knowledge lost with them. They must be greatly hurt by this. I know what it means to them to have this knowledge, or I knew what it meant to them.
I do not fear perishing. That is not the safety of which I speak. If they cannot keep me from danger, that is not as much my concern. But I do not know where better I could trust that my knowledge would not be put to harm. And if it is so, that your awakened tones are lost, I may be of some help in turn to those who may be tested and trusted. And it would gladden me to see how Dorgrim's people are faring since his time of reign.
Delana.
He's being so fucking sweet.
He is being a sweetheart today.
Sweet.
Delana and I had been discussing that on the road earlier. We were curious because we're not sure on the timelines, but it sounds like you were founding the Gloamkin around the same time that Durgrim founded Clan Fireforge. Is that?
We walked in the same time and taught each other much. My people are longer lived than yours and extended beyond him. Do I surmise correctly that the Scintillar have been fractured and are no longer one people?
The Scintillar are many people, many races. The dwarves were 4 clans: Fireforge, Stonebreaker, Abyssroot, and Gemheart.
Only
true awakening is the warden the only one who has come for new knowledge? Or have many pilgrims sought the veil to speak with you?
Many is certainly a vast overstatement. There had been those of my own people who had sought and found me before. Perhaps I should have known not to trust one outside my own.
He fooled us.
She's gonna speak into your mind at that. You go ahead. I don't think what she has to say is gonna be different depending based on what you say, so go ahead.
I was just going to say, he fooled us all. We allowed, in the hope of greater peace with Grinwald, we, of the Gloam, allowed him to wander, and believed his intentions good. And as you were fooled, so were we.
I've never liked the bloke, so nothing's going to change there.
He's feeling so vindicated right now.
He's like, I voted against him.
Well, I didn't vote for him.
I really expected when she first said,
Oh.
I was found by the warden of your people, you to say, well, I didn't vote for him.
Not my warden.
Headcanon Heath has not voted a day in his life.
No.
Surely he has never
No,
voted.
Envy has definitely drilled into
She made him,
importance
Yeah,
of-
and be dragged
She
him
probably
along by the
dragged him.
ear.
She's like,
It was
your
like,
civic
going
fucking duty. And he was like, fucking doesn't matter, he wins every fucking time, doesn't he?
he wins every fucking time. That's exactly how he would
Yeah,
feel.
that's so real.
Oh, amazing.
He wrote in Kanye West.
Sorry, what was the last serious thing said?
She said that
People that
she said she had more
us
daughters
to
than
the
just him.
yes.
Yeah.
And she was going to speak into her mind.
Yeah. She speaks to you directly.
There is not accord among your group.
Not on all things, certainly. On more than I expected, though.
One of you said, sometimes it is not a unanimous decision. It just needs to be done.
They did.
This tells me you are not of one mind. Yet, at least, in your words, it does seem you are of one purpose.
So far, experience has borne that out. We are from very different places and from very different points of view and experiences. So I think it natural that we are not of one mind on many things. However, I have been pleasantly surprised at our willingness to stand by one another in our differences. Were it not for Kazun, we likely would not have come to the keep to claim you. It was dangerous to go there, and we knew little of, we had no idea that it was you in the book. We just knew of a book. But Kazun stood against the group and insisted on the significance. And we deferred to consensus because it served the purpose that we are all pursuing. that does not mean we are infallible or that we will never make mistakes. But as a group, we are open to feedback, which has given me hope.
There are several horses who would say we've already made mistakes.
If only horse goop could talk.
Horse goop. I mean, we could probably get Speak with Dead.
Okay. You need a head for that.
Fair.
If you cast Speak with Plants and Speak with Dead at the same time, can you talk to the table?
Are they concentration spells?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe. You could definitely talk to dead animals if you cast Speak with Dead and Speak with Animals at the same time. That was really weird. One may seek a source of knowledge and power, and not intend to use it to good reason. The seeking out of me means very little. I was sought by the warden as well, and also pleasantly surprised by his knowledge and interest in our culture.
That's
and
where we all.
his love for the people and the land.
Yeah. I think it is worth noting.
Conceptually, book goes quiet and
Yeah.
and it's
I'm
just
imagining-
Ava
it's
staring.
like, have you seen those cuts of that show from Netflix, You, where they cut out all of his intro
And it's
monologue?
just staring,
It's just people
yeah.
staring at each other for like 3
Or
or
from
4 minutes.
Scrubs, where JD
Oh.
goes on his
Yeah.
little mental, and that's okay. He's gone.
After a month, I think we probably
Yeah.
we're all
Oh,
just kind
yeah,
of like sharing looks.
I
and it's
imagine
like,
every couple of moments she like shifts or is like,
yeah.
like making
Everyone's
a
like,
Oh,
okay,
she-
don't have the
yeah,
conversation.
She
going on.
definitely is just like sitting there like danger.
Sorry.
I think it is worth noting that we did not seek you as a source of power. We sought you in line with our purpose in the hopes of ending an abuse of power. We had no expectation that we could access, wield. All we knew was that Kazun suspected one of his people had been enslaved and was being abused. And so our goal was and remains liberation, not pursuit of power. That does not change your feelings, I'm sure. And I don't want you to hear this as a bid to win you over. But I want to be clear as to our purpose. I have little desire for power. I seek to undo the abuses that have been done to this world. If I could do that simply by taking artifacts, I would do that. I wish to go back to the life I had. I do not wish to become what he is. I don't fancy myself a savior. I just want to end what has been done. And we sought you because we thought that that was one step on that road. I hear your wisdom, the wisdom of your words. Despite all of that, the wisdom of your words reaches through because I can see how in the pursuit of my purpose, it would be very easy to make deals and to accept power that I may not have the wisdom to understand.
Everyone side-eyes Nor. all doing so good keeping a poker face.
But I cannot see the future, and I'm not all-knowing, so all that I can say is that I am on guard for such things, and it is not my desire to walk that path. I can offer no promise or guarantee because I am fallible.
All this I trust in you, for I can touch your thoughts. But these I cannot. And I will not give greater knowledge that may be moved to greater harm to those I cannot know.
That is wise. The only thing I would ask of you I know not the extent of what you're capable of. The only thing I would ask of you is that many of our people are caught in Aelyrin's creeping moss. If you know whether they are alive or dead within his moss, it would be a gift to us to know. It would be a gift to know whether we should plan for rescue or whether we should plan funerals. If it can be undone, to know that it can be undone, even if you trust not the sharing of the method, it would be a gift to know that it can be undone. If you know anything about that, that would be a gift to our people. But I respect your right to refuse, and I understand the reasons why you would do that.
When you speak of the creeping moss, you get a feeling in response of confusion and alarm. And then great grief and anger.
When I walked with he who wakes the earth, and for the many years I was left to be in his presence, he was ever gentle.
He spoke of you.
I am glad to be remembered.
He said you were the only person he would listen to.
The feeling is returned. I do not know what has been done to him.
Would you like me to tell you what I witnessed? Or would you rather not know?
I believe what you have told me tells enough.
He mentioned that he was bound by the band. And that clearly held significance. But we are unaware of what that means at present. Do you have any clues that might help us understand what is binding him, that he may be unbound?
I did not know it was possible to bind such a soul.
I suspect he is not the only one of his kind who has been bound in such a way.
I don't like that at all.
This is a travesty beyond reckoning.
suspect that it does. As we left the city, I had an interaction with the warden, which leads me to believe he's using the Aelyron's power for himself. And I cannot imagine that to be... He spoke with spores in the same way. He spoke with spores to my mind.
highly ungloamish wave of rage. She's listening.
He used spores to speak to my mind, not of his own power, in a way that seemed very much as the Aelyron communicated with us when we were in the Gloam. And that does lead me to believe that he is being subjugated to the Warden's power. I had not suspected, when he said he was bound, I had not suspected it was so closely tied with the Warden until that moment.
Mortals should not be able to do so.
You likely can feel this in me, but I intend to kill him one day.
Someone get that close now.
I'm assuming this is all in your...
Yeah.
This is all under...
Yeah.
I'm not a scary bedtime story at all. It's just like one of the fucking things.
I said that I did not fear to perish. Perhaps it would be better if I did.
That is a choice I could not take from you. And I would not take from you. But know that I will protect your right to do good on your own terms, if that is what you wish. I would be your defender if you feel the need of it. For nothing in return.
You get sort of like a lapping tide of despair. And she laps on the silence.
Well, I've spoken with Aelyrin.
Yeah, we assumed.
We're besties.
We're besties now.
She was unaware that Titans could be bound and was very surprised and grieved to hear of the state of the Aelyron, and did not know that, well, this brings me to another point. As we were escaping the sewers, the Warden and I...
The Warden and I... Sorry.
Very
Restoration on myself.
Very different vibe.
When I'm with the Warden.
I will stab his face.
Now I'm gonna do a whole rewrite of The Wizard and I. I regret nothing.
The Warden and I spoke for a moment as we were escaping the sewers.
Oh, that must. That's wicked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not seen any of that.
Highly recommend.
I recommend the musical, but if you
Yes.
must see the movie,
Yes.
then see the movie.
Yes.
But
Well said.
I feel like
Yeah.
I would.
you and I have always just been.
I feel like I would probably want to see the show over the movie because I'm sure it's probably.
That's the
Yeah.
books weird.
Okay, the book's weird.
But good.
And it's not the musical.
Some of the motivations that are in the musical.
Also, should not have been in a high school library where
No.
any kid could pick it up.
No.
She says from personal experience. I got to some scandalous parts of that book and was like, what is this?
We all remember the Tiger Show. We all remember the Tiger Show.
But for real, it's great. Super worth seeing.
It's like that in Hamilton of like, I haven't gotten around to doing
Bro, Hamilton is on
And
recording!
Oh yeah, that too.
You can watch the cast, the original cast recording!
I do. I would really like to see it live. I just haven't had the
also
opportunity.
Yeah.
It's coming back next season.
But they have the original cast recording, so it's like as good as you can get outside of seeing it live.
That reminds me. We should absolutely look at the T-Pack schedule.
Please.
You have season tickets?
Every time,
Hell
look,
yeah.
high key, every time I find, like, one of my friends sends me a picture of themselves at T-Pack, and I'm like, don't send me this picture, I am offend. I am offend.
Like
Where was my invite?
Yeah. I'm all for it.
I will go to all the T-Pack shows.
They're great. I saw Les Mis a season or two ago. That was fantastic.
It's coming back.
It's coming back. I've never seen it professionally, and it's my favorite musical.
Really?
I have to.
I did not realize. It was really well done, and also I was not anticipating the stage setup.
Oh yeah, that was fantastic.
I was very impressed by the stage tech work, I guess.
And Book of Mormon is this season?
Oh,
I have not seen Book of Mormon, but
I've
it
seen
seems a
Book
lot
of
of fun.
Mormon. I haven't seen the rewritten, like the slightly updated Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
Aoife, did you say that the Titan was bound?
Yes.
Bound by whom? I mean, he said bound, but bound by the band. But what does he mean by the band?
I asked her. She did not know.
So,
Question for DM.
Mm-hmm.
Do I remember how long Warden Arbolin has had those golden bracers?
This is the question. This is the question.
I had to figure out.
When did they appear in state ceremonies?
Maybe a history check.
Also,
I'm gonna think really fucking hard on this one.
I remember from
Guidance.
I'm
Guidance. That's guidance.
that religion check. When he said band, I think it pinged me as like I'd heard something about Band of Creation somewhere. But I didn't know
have
what
dropped
they were.
on that note. I wondered if I was gonna get a.
Oh, Heath, why didn't you have to pay attention?
This is so him
This is
though.
what happens when you
I
get
would not
dragged
give
to
a fuck.
voting.
Do you go
This
to the
is what
yearly
happens
harvest
when you get
ceremony?
dragged to
That's the
voting.
problem. Is
Right?
like, I was like,
There's
not.
no
Skip
way
every
you're going to
ceremony,
a civic
Jim.
ceremony
I
for a
love
guy
when the dice
that
truly
that
tell
you
the
hate.
story.
You weren't there.
You weren't there. You don't know.
And if you were, it was to like throw tomatoes like, towards the stage.
man, if I was just trying to fucking roll over the point.
Off the bracers.
Yeah.
I will be right back. I have dropped in a thread in the Titans Rising channel the 3 love letters. That you
Oh
guys got.
yeah.
Big
There's a third
four.
one.
Please
Four
read
definitely
it.
remember.
Please start from the. I have another one if you want it. I couldn't remember if you had 4 or not.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm saying I rolled a 4. Does that get me anything?
Gotcha. Okay. Start at the top. Don't start at the bottom. I will be right back.
Where did you get this?
2 of them,
Oh,
right?
you want it? If someone
Yeah,
wants
2
to
had
read
been
that,
posted
I'll
already.
grab
I read those
something to
already.
eat.
Where did you
I
drop
can read
it?
them out loud if
Where's
anybody wants.
Where'd she drop them?
The
Dropped
There's
lore in the
there's a
threads.
dropped lore thread. Yeah.
Would y'all rather read in silence, or would you rather? I'm happy to read them out loud.
Yeah. I either you or we can take turns or however we want to do it.
I weirdly really like reading out loud.
Yeah.
I mean, you're very good at it. You do the recaps.
You go.
I
I can also read if that's what we prefer.
My dearest love,
Take turns.
I find you in everything lately. The taste of honey on flatbread reminds me of our picnic on the cliffs, and even walking to the temples has the echo of your footfalls beside me. The halls here are colder than I ever noticed before. My fingers don't warm as quickly without yours tucked between them, and I will call the ink stains your fault for not being here to stop me from working beyond the candles burn. Mother says I am foolish, that I should not give up my path to the clergy. For a man from a foreign land, you will know she did not use the word foreign, but you must permit me this small untruth, for their words sour me. and you would not have me sour, would you? It vexes me how we exalt the pursuit of knowledge while turning it away at the door because it wears a stranger's clothes. May I never become so ignorant in my thought or hollow in my faith. You will help me ensure as much I know. Ever are you expanding me to the wonders and joys of the world. I dream of the day I join you in Veltden, not as a guest, nor as a student, but as your wife, your partner, your constant. Write me soon, beloved, or I shall steal away and find you myself. Consequences be damned. Always, your Laura Leaf. Fucking pet names.
Is that? I was wondering if that was a typo, but that's.
No.
I love that you said it correctly the first, like, immediately. That was so cool.
I immediately knew exactly what that was.
That's kind of cute, though.
I did not add it. I had that in there. That was already
No.
there before what you said
We had a
today.
conversation earlier about pet names and how to forum. Fuck these people.
Do you
My-
mind if I read?
No, go ahead, please, by all
Just 'cause I
means.
feel-
Sure.
My greatest joy and deepest pride. It pained me to find you so disheartened in your last letter. I know that your path to the Warden's seat is steep and difficult, hurdled with decades of entrenched tradition and a people too short-sighted to see their own good. But this is a temporary struggle, beloved, and you are already winning them over. What you need is patience, and what we need is time. Let the Ashwins posture and dismiss you. Have you not well learned the advantage in being overlooked? Let them bluster like the winds while you steady the earth beneath their feet. That is what you do, my Hearthstone. Ooh. You give the Grens more than promises. You give them action, a road to a secure future, where they will no longer be pushed aside or left behind. Steady your feet, my love, and straighten your back, for you hold the hopes of a nation. They do not need to see it now. They welcome to it. They will come to.
They will come to.
Gotcha. And then the weight grows too heavy. You will always have to lean on. You will always have me to lean on. I wish we.
It should be I. I wish I were there.
I wish
Sorry.
I were there with you now. But know that my work is not wasted here for either of us, and I will return to you soon. Ever and always yours, Laura.
This bitch, what you need is patience and what we need is time. Get the fuck straight out of
Oh,
here.
You fucking bitch!
She's like, I'm gonna figure out the timepiece.
I'm going on a sabbatical to buy us more time. Okay.
I'm eating a quest bar.
I'm reading the love letters you
We'll
wrote.
be writing that one down.
Everybody glares at DM. I'm eating a quest bar.
I don't know. I'll do the third one.
Yes, yes.
My forever. It has taken many years, but our Bolin, my research at last bears fruit. Access to the vaulted scrolls has led me to references of the legend of which I have spoken. Not in the words as much as the negative space. Information omitted, words unclaimed. I know you find my studies dry, and I will not bore you. But take pride in your wife, for my reading of this pattern has led me to mysteries lost even to the final keepers. The band exists.
Okay.
I know it. I have traced its echo through the archives, and I believe time has buried it under these mountains. I'm afraid we must be parted for a while yet, my Hearthstone, for I will need to seek out those with the means and skill to excavate deeper paths and conduct me to clearer answers. I know you are harried by duties, but do not abandon your search. Even should locating the band prove impossible, it can only serve our design to follow the runes and find the veil. At the least, we may reconnect the Gloamish people to their lost history and find in them greater friends. Yet should we attain the band, we will already have the means by which to summon the Earthshaper, and perhaps through it may find the Wheel Turner. You will say I dream too greatly, but we both know it is why you love me. What wisdom we will learn, and not only for us, my Hearthstone, for Grimwald, for every life you hold and the future you will build and steward. When we succeed, the Grens will never again live as prey to the whims of seasons or the erosion of good leadership. You will not just be a warden, you will be their constant, as you are mine. I miss you terribly. Forgive me my prolonged absence, my love, but I will return to you. Your forever, Laura Leah.
God, it's the worst kind of love. It's the fucking I'll burn the world for you.
True.
kind of love.
Also, just gonna editorialize a little
It's
bit.
the worst kind of love.
Time Titan.
Fuck! I know.
The wheel turner.
Yeah. Also, I was thinking of like what they need is time to win the election. Did they just like full on reset time until they won, or like that?
Did they cause the drought that made the guy that came before him unfavorable?
I mean, there's a lot of shit. But also Time Titan. Fuck.
Priya, you would know what the Vaulted Scrolls and the Final Keepers are. The Vaulted Scrolls is the name for the secret vault of. It's not so much a vault. It is hidden, but the secret library of knowledge that is kept by the clerics of Koros. And the Final Keepers are the high priests that run.
Gosh.
That run it. And keep it.
Priya was given the letters, right? By Brian?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Are you reading these out loud?
Yes, I would have shared these.
Did she really put Laura Leaf at the end?
That's what you pick up on?
You know, she was younger in that one, so...
She switched back to her full name moving forward.
Right, but Laura Leaf.
You never had a lovey name?
Well, when you're naming somebody, right?
Heathy Poo?
No. Oh.
I don't know what your customs are here.
I don't think Eve ever said anything like that. Maybe as a joke. Oh.
So I would take this as she has access.
That she is, in this letter at least, claiming to have had access to the temple.
So our understanding of her was that she never made it to full cleric of Koros.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
She is an initiate, and I'm assuming initiates wouldn't have access to a library like that. So something doesn't add up in that equation.
Well, what? She lied?
I guess what I'm observing is that it seems like the high clerics of Koros wouldn't be lied to, that they would be able to see through something like that.
I would imagine the high clerics of Koros mostly would not even admit to being high clerics of Koros.
But they would have to be, if she's in the library.
They certainly
She's,
would
Like,
not.
she's in the temple trying to access it.
I feel like you have two types of clerics of Koros. You have knowledge clerics who are out in the open and well known in their community, and you have secret clerics who are in disguise.
Hand gestures.
Yeah.
Go.
You make good points.
Yeah, and who are, dismissed early on or whatever, but are actually probably still members of the Church of Koros. Sorry if I'm spilling your stuff, Priya,
Very
but
logical.
this is just my assumption.
Right.
It would make perfect sense for a cleric of the God of Secrets to not admit to being a cleric of the God of Secrets.
No, yes.
She did also imply that she founded what was not written. She very well could have communicated that her intent in using the archives was for something different.
Yeah, almost certainly.
And then she was able to piece it together through the access she had, ostensibly researching something else. I know very little about what an initiate of Koros, what they have to go through. I would imagine that compilation and understanding of information is a large part of the Order's doctrine and training. So.
I would think it would be not open to someone to just go in and do research.
Yeah, I would think you would have to be heavily vetted to get inside.
Well, Priya, I mean, did you
I
have
don't
to
think
go?
I have access to that at this level, but I don't know.
You could certainly access the Vaulted Scrolls. You would need to go request access, but clerics of Koros make pilgrimages there, and whether or not they are permitted to stay and peruse really has to do with the business they're about. Maybe a religion check.
Can't believe the time titan is real.
That is a leap of logic on my part. The wheel
I mean,
turner
what
could be
else could a
someone
wheel
else.
turner
No,
do?
It could be a
Daisy
water
is
wheel,
the turner of
but
the wheel.
I really
Like,
don't think.
yeah, I mean,
We're
it's
hoping.
either time, it's life or death. I mean, the turning of the wheel is the bringing back of spirits
Sure.
into the world.
Yeah.
So like it's time, it's rebirth, and the flow of spirits, which is honestly, in a lot of ways, worse than time.
Yeah, Spirit Titan will go crazy.
I don't know if that's better.
No, I agree.
Zombies!
Yeah, I mean, none of the options under Daisy are great.
Nope.
When she says the wheel turner,
Let me respond to
Sorry, go
her
ahead.
real quick. So
Yeah.
she rolled an 18 for your religion check.
Nice.
You would know that it's certainly would be certainly unusual, if not unheard of, for non-clerics to be permitted access to the vaulted scrolls. But you do know that clerics are given access. It's your great temple. Which sections you're given access to depends on who you are and how high you are, and how far you're taken in. But definitely clerics go there to learn knowledge as is befitting their craft, and are not turned away for that very reason. Clerics go there to turn in offerings, to turn in secrets. And it's not outside the realm of possibility that someone who is a follower of Koros, but not a cleric, could be brought there, but that would definitely be an exception.
so, well, if you have anything else to say on that respect, I had a question about the wheel turner. I don't wanna cut you
Yeah,
off
I would
prematurely.
tell everyone this, that it was, if she was not a initiated cleric, it would be very, very strange for her to have access.
Real quick before we move on from the archives, I guess question for both of you. Where are they located? Are they near Coracia? Or is it a something known only
Pestle
to...
was in the North Pass
North
this
Pass,
whole time.
Could be.
Is that something that you want just you to know, or for the party to know? So I can write it to you, and then you can decide.
No, I think that would be something that was probably, it's not a hidden temple, I don't.
It is. Yeah, it is specifically known by clerics of Koros.
Right.
You would have been
Okay.
brought there
Okay, then
at your official initiation.
Okay, then I would say the location is not known to outsiders.
Understood.
To non-followers, for sure.
Yes.
Because then people would just be like
That's
ransacking
fair.
for secrets.
That's fair. That's fair.
As we have already observed.
Couldn't go in one Corosian temple without ransacking for secrets.
Yeah, honestly, I don't care, like, Nor doesn't care whether or not he knows. I was just curious if you were high enough that you had made
I
the
would
pilgrimage
know. I would
there.
know.
She would
Okay, okay.
So, okay. We have the Veil of Aelyrin, which is what it was called. Would Aoife have known that place by that name? Like, just in the lore of her people before
Yes,
stuff
I believe
happened?
that is what we said your
Yes,
people would have called it.
Yeah. Would the name Earthbinder prior to all this have meant anything to her?
Earthshaper is one of the
Earthshaper.
names that Aelyrin gave you that he was known by.
Yeah. Is that something like a
would that
legend
be
amongst her
known?
people or
I
anything?
see. Make me a history check.
Yeah, do you
I also my successive question is going to be about wheel turner, and
Sure.
if that, like, obviously that's something associated with Daysay, but like she's trying to rack her brain. Is there anything more concrete, like a place, a pilgrimage people go on, or anything like that that would be associated with that specific name?
Okay.
That's really bad.
Inspiration.
I do.
Which one do we really want to know about?
I want to know about the wheel turner.
Yeah.
Oh wait, well, it's not going to make much of a difference knowing the guide myself. What was the first roll? History?
Yes.
It's going to be not helpful.
Yeah, history's intelligence.
It's 6.
6. You have not heard of the
Earthshaper.
the title of Earthshaper before Aelyrin gave it to you.
Okay.
You still having fun, Neil? You still having fun?
Unfortunately, why did you ask?
Because you haven't
My
talked the whole
brain
session.
is, yeah, my brain is just
Okay.
not brain.
Inside,
right now.
inside, it's just like
checking
calm.
in. Just checking in. It matters to me that you're still having fun.
Yeah,
I
I'm
wanna make
always
sure.
having fun.
Do I roll separately for wheel turner?
Yeah, we'll give you a separate roll. I think that will also be a history.
That's why we kept it.
This is why we kept this.
Natural 20.
Inspiration to the rescue. Can't go one session without a
Yes!
one.
Yes! Yes! The one we want to know about.
It defies probability.
It really does. It really does.
It's unreasonable.
I mean, from a lore
I just-
perspective.
To point it out, that was the third roll of this session.
Yes.
Love
But
it.
it's always with the
Yeah,
with the
roll.
Yeah.
I had two
You had
rolls
two
that
rolls,
sucked.
yeah.
You had one roll, but yeah, so
But
6.
the story
Okay.
knew that you wouldn't have known.
I hate that story.
Yeah.
I wanted
The
to
dice
know.
knew. It was like you weren't.
Yeah,
there.
that
also-
didn't count. That was, that was like a duh.
Yeah, also it didn't. Also, that was like a duh. Yeah. I was sitting there thinking, I was like, he's probably seen him like once or twice, you know, and there's no way, you know.
I can see Heath not going on purpose when he's
Oh yeah,
going up.
purposely
100%.
avoiding it. That seems like a great
I
time to
could have
like
gone and seen Marshall
mess
Black.
with other things.
Oh,
As
yeah.
well, everyone's at the
I'll do
Harvest
anything
Festival.
not to.
Yeah, it was fun.
I feel like if I was going to get one of them, this makes sense though, because her mom, like,
All about that death.
Yeah.
So remind me what the specific question is.
the question is she's trying to remember if she can think of any landmarks or, failing that, stories or, you know, religious parables or anything that her mom would have said connecting something more tangible with the wheel turner.
Pilgrimage sites.
She's hoping to try it, like, rationalizing, if they call it the Veil of Aelyrin, like, in hindsight, she can...
Is there something like that connected to the wheel
Correct,
turn?
yes. Anything useful to make the idea of the wheel turner more tangible, locatable, or understandable.
Got it.
So we can find out that
So we can warn some people.
the Time Titan is out of its cage.
Well, yeah.
Well, I'm.
Yeah.
Unclear.
I don't know. I placed my Time Titan right here. It's just kind of just gone.
So time
I
is like a
have-
0 and
I have
movie.
not-
Exactly. Yes.
I want to make sure everyone's there, though. So I will save it. But I will save it for a night when I know that everyone's going to be there. Because there are still many conversations that I was very excited for the group to have.
Yeah, we still have to get to our romance conversation.
Oh, that's coming down.
Yeah.
We need a detox from
We
all
gotta-
this.
Yes.
We gotta talk about Hyborians.
No. No, we do not. No, we
We'll talk
certainly
about
do not.
romance and then we'll retox with the conversation about Hyborians.
No.
We'll detox and retox.
Oh God, retox.
Re-talk.
Oh God.
I'm double checking something
Okay.
in. To
Of
make
all
sure.
the
So
brawls to
this
hit
seems like a
20
great
on.
time for people to take a break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to take a real quick break,
Of all the rolls to hit 20, that was the one
That
I
was
wanted
great,
the
yeah.
most
Love it.
today. I was like,
I'm gonna go refill that.
tell me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Sorry for bursting out with fuck there. I'm like,
that was hilarious.
I
I
was-
thought it was great.
No, it's
like he said Time Titan, and I was like, ah!
Yeah.
Man.
No.
It seemed very.
But
But then I was just like, oh, I like full on yelled that. That usually only happens when I'm at home and losing at chess.
Yes.
Also, I can't think of a pet name for Keith. I was like,
I was trying to think of one too,
I was
like
like-
on the fly.
Like, there's just nothing that comes to mind. Like,
Right, but like none of the pet names for our Bolin were like changes of like
Yeah.
versions of his name.
Yeah.
Pet names aren't usually like
right.
things of your name. It's just
Yeah.
something sweet.
But the
like
Laura,
often-
I mean, the
What-
Laura Leaf thing.
personally-
is like really,
personally, I did write up some
some Veltden.
some Veltden pet
Oh
names.
gosh.
I also think though pet names often
I had
arise-
Sweet Grain, Sweet Briar, and Sweet Leaf.
Oh.
But those are the only ones I did.
Okay.
You have your normal ones like Dearest and Love. Probably Love, because he's all British.
Oh, Dawning. Man.
Oh, that's too
coming
sweet.
from him
Darling.
is very sweet.
I think his for Heath, it's not so much like the pet name is like everyone knows her as Eve.
Mm-hmm.
He would use the full Evelyn.
Evelyn. That's really sweet.
Yeah.
I like that. While we are waiting for Chase to get back, I found the thing. I'm gonna go get another drink.
Oh boy.
Very concerned. The letter Eve was about to write home. Dad, sit down.
Y'all, I found some stuff.
I met Aelyrin.
Dude.
Let's start there.
It was
There's
like my
so
like
much.
writing with Delana. I was like, so shit happened.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. The perfect
All of us
line.
need to write letters that just start that way.
It's the perfect line from The Princess Bride. What does he say? He says, let me explain.
No.
No. There's
no
too
time.
much. Let me sum up. Humperdinck's my...
Es wat ik heb de tool uitspelen.
Oh, man.
They're doing that viewing, and Carrie Hughes is like gonna be.
Carrie- uh-huh.
Is gonna be there, like answering questions and stuff.
Wait, sorry.
The
They're
teapot, I think.
So
doing
we
a
have the
viewing
Earth
of
Shaper.
The Princess
the
Bride.
Princess Bride?
We have the
I have
wheel
not-
turner for the time
I
trip.
have no recollection of this at all, but like...
We have Hyborius, which is probably like the Windbringer or something like that.
I think he's no, because he's all harden, endure. So I don't know.
Hearthstone.
I don't know what his title would be.
Something is bringing floods to Serenus.
Yeah, I think that's got to be Brian's.
Wait a second. Question 1.
Mhm.
Where did Lorelia and Arbolin meet?
We don't know.
Question 2. Is Arbolin one of the expelled dude, and that's why she's calling him his Hearthstone? Because he's like from Magma Hearth.
No, the room masters are all Clampfire forged.
It's all dwarves.
Yeah.
What if it's a fucking illusion? What if he's an illusionary person?
When you're expelled, you're not kicked out of clan. You have to go get a different job.
Right.
Because my question was
what if
how
he's
he
upset?
had any knowledge of how to talk or awaken a book. If you were doing trainings.
The book was already awake.
Well, she said that he awakened her.
I thought she said that he.
No.
I think
he's-
different awaken, like capital A versus lowercase a.
Okay.
I think she slumbers in between visitors.
She said her true rune was awoken by the Scintillar at the dawn of the age of mending.
Yes.
Yeah, that's us.
Yep.
And
Which
then-
is the most
Okay.
recent age.
Yeah, so we awoken her true rune
Okay.
Which was hundreds of years ago.
hundreds of
yes?
years ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the question just is like, yeah, did Lorelia find out about the book through like the library and let him know?
I think it's more likely he would freak. Okay, so if he's looking for the book, which is why he's known to walk
Right.
in the glow.
She was telling
And
him
it-
clues to find it.
Right.
And it seems like he's kind of up on the history.
Right.
So, and I don't know if any of the books that we brought, but it's not entirely impossible that in the keep there were books that referenced that that the veil existed and was a holy site. In writings from the Gloamkin warden might have very well mentioned
It's possible.
communing.
What's interesting is in this letter, on the third one, she talks about being hopeful that relations with the Gloamkin can improve because of what he's doing.
I think that the Gloamkin were a neutral faction, that she didn't really care if it was positive or not with them. She was just pointing out that advantage could be gained. Either we'll get the Titan, or we can garner favor with the Gloamkin.
Well, trade with.
But it does point out that they weren't like
Enemies at the time.
yeah, they weren't enemies, and she wasn't necessarily, that racist.
Is there? Are
That kind of lines up with what we know
there
about.
dates on these letters at all?
No. Why would there be?
Because it would be
Do you,
Make it
date,
easier
do you
for
date
us.
your love letters?
I do. Thank you.
So do I.
Listen, do you?
James has a box of all of the love letters I've ever written him, and they are all dated.
Oh, I was being sarcastic. Like, good on you.
Oh, I thought you were being serious.
That's cute as shit.
That is.
I want
See the
that.
time
Do they
right
have
now.
cute pet names? Tell us
None that are like
Tell us
super
the Michelle
unique or
lore.
anything. I'll call him Dearest.
Aww, that is a very cute pet name.
Yours is nice.
Love that.
Shit.
It's cute as shit.
You should marry him.
I've got some good news. Spoiler alert.
So we do know that the trade with the Gloam went up just before shit hit the fan.
I really do think that he probably did. I mean, his whole message was prosperity for
Everyone.
Grenwald, which by proxy
Technically,
included
yeah.
the Gloam. I think he's only using them
Yeah.
right now as just a cudgel to.
I think they're like last on his list.
Yeah,
but
agreed.
they made it on the list.
Yes.
And it was just that when push came to shove and things got hard,
He had to
they were
sacrifice
too
a piece.
low. Yeah, and it's like we cut off the people that are down that far.
Yep.
Like I don't
Yeah.
think he went into this with the intention of like I'm gonna wreck these people, like
I would-
fuck them.
Did
Yeah.
we?
I think,
Gonna
like,
wreck 'em.
I think
So
either like he's corrupting over time, or he's in over his head and is like panicking and trying to stay afloat.
Yes,
yeah, that
I agree
was,
with
that
you.
was my thing.
Yeah, or both. Porque no los dos.
Porque no los dos.
Question about the books that we pulled from the
Hold on,
library.
you let me have the answer to my question first, sir.
Oh,
Oh
sorry.
yeah, she's got an Nat 20 to get.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
need more time?
Let us
Ian?
not
'Cause
forget
I
No.
have-
Oh yeah,
I found the thing. Except I was doing a gif about our poem.
Memes come first.
Priorities.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go.
Priorities,
That
yeah.
means
Listen,
do
priorities.
things.
Aaron's right, priorities.
And also, I think I might have missed. Are we or are we not doing the session 0?
She, like the phenomenal timekeeper that she is, checked in with me.
Okay.
I still want to hear the other conversations you guys have.
Understood.
So I'm going to save it till the next time everyone's here.
Cool.
And then we will plan to do that initially.
Okay.
Thank you for the laugh. Okay, so this is what I will give you with the nat 20.
We want you to give you. Yes, everything.
They say is inexorably, yes, associated with the wheel, the turning of life and death. With your nat 20, you, in all your studies, in your mother's teachings and all of her knowledge, in the culture and practices of your people, have only ever heard her called, within that sort of scope, she who turns the wheel. You have never heard her called the wheel turner. So at the risk of a lack of an exciting nat 20,
Happens.
but I think that you can
It confirms that Loralee is not hoping to take down a god.
confidently say that the wheel turner does not actually refer to Daisy.
Yeah, I mean,
Bad things.
Good things.
Listen, sometimes people be fighting gods, you don't know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But it kind of levels up the whole. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, good,
It
good.
does-
We pulled
it
the
does
actual
kinda-
gods into this one too.
Anxiety levels.
Yeah.
I think
It does kind of strengthen that idea that we had before about the Titans being like parts of the gods, like
yeah.
Children of their aspects.
Privately, internally, I think Aoife, I say this only because I think you'll appreciate it. Aoife would have a moment, I don't want to say of comfort, because comfort is too strong of a word, but she would be like, I know how Daisy treats the hubris of men.
Like dark satisfaction.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, damn it!
I think she would say that to Aelyrin.
Ooh.
Like, having
What
read
would
the
you
letters
say?
out loud,
Okay.
when it gets to the wheel turner and she's kind of contemplating it afterward, I think she would just say, our people are a testament to how Daisy responds to hubris.
With your nat 20, I think that, just flavor-wise, I think that it would make sense for Aelyrin then to respond back. This is a truth that I know better than most.
How does she feel when she says that?
Temperature. Great question. It's a very mixed bag, the feelings. There is a deep sense of loss mixed in there. But also a certain peace and acceptance. And I think for flavor-wise, she would return to you. But in my many days, living and awakened, I have never heard her named in that specific manner. I think this refers to something else.
I begin to suspect it is an entity similar to the Aelyrin. We have speculated before now on the existence of others, and we know at least of the existence of one in the deep waters.
You feel her withdraw.
I'll let her go.
so. Earthshaper, Aelyrin, Wheel Turner. There's something whispering in the depths. Finn. Sorry. Harme.
Sorry, flying.
Who are you?
Oh, that
I
was
have secret headcanon that when Kazun found out that that Flint had a secret separate name that was Herme, he was like, great, I don't have to confuse anybody. It's just that makes everything much easier.
When you found me beneath the Warden's Keep, on our way back, you were catching me up on what happened in the Violet Garden. What happened there? He told me that somebody else spoke through Numenor.
Somebody
And
did
it
speak through Nora.
shut down whatever was happening, which was apparently another one of these titans.
Brian could speak to some aspects of it better than I could. But while we were there, he was intent on following through on a lead, his own lead, on the song that had been coming from the depths. It seems that it had devastated his people, or at least a group of those close to him, in a similar way that the encroaching moss was devastating the regions of the Gloam. And he had been close enough to whatever this force was to recognize its power and know that it was connected to the disappearances, but he did not know anything other than that. So his attempt was to source musicians, those that could fill in the missing pieces, to recreate it, thinking that if he understood what the song was saying, he could potentially...
And then...
Truthfully, I don't know what he wanted with what the song was saying.
And then, Elizabeth's silent sister part.
I would give you inspiration if you didn't already have it.
And in doing so, the song was created well enough. I don't know whether it was actually in the recreation or if the song was just powerful enough that it manifested itself when a gap was left. Well, you didn't see what it caused by the time we returned to the Violet Garden with you. It had been cleaned up, but there was a compulsion aspect.
Yeah, people were scrabbling at the floors and trying to drown themselves
People?
in...
I was. Wow, you have a short memory? What happened to you, man?
Many of us were affected.
I'm offended.
Various levels.
The tone when he said I too. I was.
It was so
I'm not
great.
people.
You're a person, aren't you?
Okay.
Aren't you?
I thought I was special.
I mean, everyone...
What was it? Heafy goo? Heafy boo?
No, don't make it start.
We're not making fetch happen, we are making easy boo
Ah,
happen.
Arguably worse.
I love that our rant about pet names happened in character.
Yes.
Oh boy. Well, everybody in the whole establishment pretty much was... and it seemed like the song was just... well, compelling people to off themselves, which is a really weird thing to do.
Yes.
Brian says his people are being drawn deeper into the abyss. It seems like the song was trying to make them want to try to dive deeper underwater, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
In those that were by water, again, thankfully, Lady Guinevere was apparently resourced enough that she could undo such a thing, but several drowned.
Do I have knowledge on that topic?
Drowned themselves.
Which part of the topic?
Like, what is that song? Or,
You
What
would
would
not
cause-
know the song. Or the
Yeah.
or what?
like, any kind of, like, did I ever hear any kind of history about those kind of songs?
Make a history check.
Let me see.
Oh, okay. It was that one? I thought you were laughing at a nat 20 for a second there. I was
Nat
like, why not? Why not?
Sure.
Get the
Sure.
two part.
2 is close to 20 on the
Is that history?
History.
15.
15. That's not bad. Weird things with songs doesn't trigger anything for you as far as like, as far as anything doing that. And unfortunately, you've been gone from Serenus for a year. So, or at least on the outskirts. So it doesn't necessarily connect with anything else either.
So, how did you stop it?
Who is sister?
I strongly suggested
Not to talk about this topic right now.
to all that could hear that they stop.
Make me a deception
Hey,
check.
that's
My-
not untrue.
I've seen
Oh,
You
oh,
specifically said sister, so and
Oh,
it
yes.
wasn't you.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
fully a
So,
deception check.
Yeah, you definitely said it was somebody
No, I've
else's
seen
voice.
your. I've seen as you're rolling your deception check. No, I've seen your suggestion lately. I saw you against the guard.
It was done in a moment of panic, and
It was quite loud.
It's an adrenaline rush, you know, you can do crazy things.
I will remind everyone, it was fully not
Not
Nora's
his voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
I was
well.
right there.
I know.
Trying to stop.
I was right there. You were there.
Yeah.
Who was there at that point?
You were downstairs.
No,
We were-
you came in at the
You
end.
were there as a
Yeah.
mouse.
you came in at the end.
Did it reverberate through
You were
the
there as a
whole
mouse.
building?
Yeah,
Brian
Harvey
was there.
I was there.
Everett was there.
It did. I was thinking, yeah, it did reverberate through the whole building. I was thinking of the people who were there in the room that saw Nora as the one speaking. But y'all would have
Nora-
heard it and might at this point be
Nor-
able to connect.
People in the room would have been Brian, I think just Brian.
And
I think it was
Everett.
just Brian.
And Everett.
I think it was Brian, Nor, Everett,
Everett,
and
Eve.
Aoife as part as
Yeah.
as far
Oh,
as
yes,
the people
and
who were there.
Eve as
Because
well.
Aoife had gotten in there
As a mouse.
and was
Yeah.
trying to
Right, right,
I was
right,
trying to
right,
bite
Eve out of
Yeah.
it
Yes.
with bites.
You were
Maybe downstairs.
I think you were
Downstairs.
downstairs trying to keep Finn from killing himself.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, keep Herman from.
He was.
That you're doing it too.
He was too. I
was
thought
not-
the three of them
I was
were.
downstairs
He was
with
We
you.
were all trying
I thought
to meet
you
up, and I
three
think
were
you were trying to
downstairs
catch
together.
them and try to bring us all together because people
Yes.
were moving in different.
Because
That's
I
my
tried to- 'cause
recollection.
I-
That was also my recollection.
Because I tried to leave, and then you came back, ran into us, and were like, Kazun got stuck. And then you, I think, also were perhaps with me? Or you came with me?
You three,
Left
again,
at
you
one
three
point.
were downstairs.
Okay.
I remember specifically making note that Aoife was in there when this happened, and otherwise it was just Nora and Brian, because I was thinking Aoife's going to be the only one that has... Aoife's going to be the only one who's left in the party when Brian leaves that has knowledge of what happened in this room.
Yeah.
You weren't there for the first part when the whole song went down.
Yes.
So
No.
Brian was the only one who witnessed that.
Yes, I knew what they were going to do. That he wanted to have the song, but
Yes.
but I was not. I did
But
not
I know
witness
you
it.
and
it was only
you
when I started.
were in the room when that happened because you were trying to stop what was happening to
Correct.
Evan.
As soon as the song started sounding weird, I immediately ran upstairs, and when I walked in, Nor, Brian, and the two musicians were all locked in the weird song.
Yeah.
And it immediately started devolving with Eve scratching at the floor and stuff. And yes.
21.
Okay. Anyone who genuinely thinks that their character would be making an insight check right now, would be like squinting at this, you know what I mean? Would
Oh, I
be
for
like,
sure would.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think that's for sure.
Have we talked about that
Roll an
so far?
insight check.
What did you say? At the like,
Natural 20.
you said that.
I love that for you. That is so Priya.
21. Oh, plus my insight is 22.
So mine is.
Of all the things to be
27.
caught in,
Oh
this
no,
is
no.
very fair.
Please understand,
Okay,
this
good.
was not a.
Good.
But as
So you're finally gonna make me do the
I-
thing that was
I-
coming all along.
as I appreciate the secrets, I would recognize that he was not, but I would be
Nor
like,
is the Trementine.
Fair.
You're just gonna.
I think you
I would side eye.
whichever side of the coin Priya falls on is always your call. But Priya, I would say, appreciates knowledge just as much as she appreciates
Right,
secrets.
but she is also not one who is force.
who
force
can
someone to tell a
appreciate
secret
someone. She's not
that they were
against.
not.
She doesn't see having secrets as necessarily a adversarial thing.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Nor.
Wait, did anyone else?
I rolled an 8.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I got 3.
He's very even if you're like squinting. Nor
I haven't
is
had as many.
a practiced talker.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
haven't
mean?
had as many
That wasn't
like
dirty.
side
And you weren't,
conversations.
yeah, and you weren't there.
Right.
So why would you disbelieve what Nor's saying?
Did you?
I didn't roll it, I was just
Oh, you didn't roll. Oh,
searching
okay.
for.
I've been panicked before, and I've used spells in moments of panic, and I've never had a voice other than mine speak through me. Help me understand.
The voice said, to quiet everyone,
It said silence, sister.
it did.
Which is not everyone. That's one specific person.
It was intended as a suggestion. I was reaching for what power I had, and the intention was to just to stop those in the room, to stop the song. They were locked in its production. The Eve was clawing at the floors, and Brian and Everett, everyone in the room seemed catatonic. And so the goal was to just make at least one of them stop, and hopefully from one to the next we could end. I've talked to Kazun before about how my magic manifests differently than his does, and it's not. The usage of my magic is less an intention and more of a negotiation.
Who are we negotiating with?
He's going to kind of pull his doublet aside a little bit. He's going to reach in. Before I joined you all on this, I had a brush with death. More than a brush. Several lashings. And unexpectedly, I survived. but the survival and everything subsequently has been contingent upon this artifact. And he pulls his talisman, which has it's like it's the same kind of like pattern as my die, which are snowflake obsidian, but you can see like it's kind of rougher hewn, but it's got the my character or my icon on Discord. It's got that face carved into it, and you can kind of see like the light glints off of it, but it's very clearly that. I wish I could pull open that photo in a way that is larger.
That's the first thing that I saw.
Yeah, it's been there the whole time.
Yeah, I almost said that, and I was like, don't take the moment.
Yeah.
Did you post anything?
Oh no, I haven't posted. I will post the photo.
So that talisman gives you your magic?
It's complicated. It's I am connected to it in a way that I don't. Well, here, and he's gonna like kind of pull it away from his chest, and as he does so, the you've seen, for you all who have seen Nord like hex someone before, those kind of like wisps of air, like frozen air that kind of form the chains that encircle the neck of whoever. As he like pulls it away from his body, you can see like the normal chain of the talisman, like it's now like full on like hex chains around his neck, and as he brings it back to his body, they like fade away.
It's cool.
That's fucking cool.
I don't understand everything about it, and it doesn't always want to do what I want it to do, and
Why is it that everything we have talks?
no, it's the negotiation is. I don't have to have a conversation each time. It's just sometimes it does what I want it to do, and other times it doesn't do what I want it to do, and I have to. There are trade-offs for using it, but it kept me alive in the Tuscan wastes. It brought me back home, and now it is bound to me.
You were bound to it.
That seems to be the case.
And it apparently has a sister in the deeps singing a song.
I don't know its relationship to everything else.
Yeah, I'm gonna need another deception check.
That's fair.
You're a smart man, Nor. You see through a lot of bullshit.
Oh shit, he rolled well.
24.
Last one.
Yeah, he's a charismatic guy.
That's a 23.
22.
Oh. Did you get it?
You're just vibing.
Same
Like,
guidance.
I'm looking at him like,
This is a lot. She's looking at him like, these are a lot of untruths coming out right now. I would say with a 22, you can't tell that he's being deceitful necessarily, but I mean, I think that Aoife can already very well tell that he's definitely obfuscating, and that doesn't necessarily translate to being directly deceitful, but the obfuscating is clear.
You have counseled us on a number of occasions that if we have baggage that is dangerous to the party,
that's what I was going to say.
we are responsible for bringing
I was
that
gonna
up.
bring that up too. We literally just had this conversation like 2 hours
And
ago in game.
being transparent. We're all entitled to secrets. Some of them we can't share. But someone with the power that was displayed in that moment feels relevant to the group as a whole.
Especially if it's not entirely under your control.
I would like to point out I have no idea how I cast magic.
Don't worry, we're still going to get to that. That is on my list.
I appreciate your transparency and honesty, Heath.
Just, I mean...
I would like to point out I have no idea.
Everybody
inside check. Come on, inside check.
We don't need to.
No, don't believe him.
Good boy.
I understand that I have been more than. There's some pot calling the kettle black going on. I recognize that. But
Do you know this phrase? Do you know the saying?
Kettle black.
No.
So it's like the Turkish sayings, only way more boring. Where saying it's like the pot calling the kettle black because they're both black. So they're saying it's hypocritical.
You're guilty.
Right?
You're accusing someone of something,
Of something you're guilty of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I recognize that, but thus far it has acted to save us several times, and the effects seem to be localized, at least and he's gonna tug off his gloves and show the fingers for the first time.
So that's what you mean by trade-offs?
This was the silencing.
So does every time you cast magic, it gets more and more on your hands until you become, what, a popsicle?
I don't know. The trades are not always equal, and
Well, I'm glad I don't have that.
I don't... Listen. You, probably better than anyone at the moment, understand that there are times when an object of power comes into your possession. Using it may have benefits, but might also confer drawbacks. The stone?
Yeah, I got what you were putting down, but the stone just makes me a little bit tired. It doesn't sap my fingers to make them...
I don't fully understand the extent of what and how I give things up, which is part of the reason why one of the things I would like to do in Magma Hearth is perhaps, assuming anyone from Clan Fireforge would be willing to look in an academic sense, evaluate this, and he lifts it away and chains appear again, because
Have you tried taking that thing off?
I can take it off. I can give it to others, in fact. But
does it always come back to you?
no, I know where it is, and I can feel as I remove it that part of it goes with it. It doesn't all stay with me. I assume that there would be something conferred on the bearer, but to be frank, there hasn't been anyone that I've been willing to burden with it.
Right. The sweet D4s.
So, to recap, we've got 2 books that can talk. You negotiate with a talisman, and you said that this iron stone is fucking angry? Is that what it was?
Extremely angry.
Where did you find this?
That's a good question. Like, are there
I
black people in this universe?
Yeah.
I
There's
was
people of all sorts of different colors.
left in the Tuscan wastes. There was with a convoy traveling to Tesca, and we were attacked by wilders. And at the time, I was decent with a bow, and my magical ability extended to, he does like a shower of sparks with prestidigitation. But I was left behind. The convoy continued, and I wandered for I don't know how long in the wastes, and I was attacked. The ground shattered beneath me, and something green, clearly not of the icy wastes, hunted me and ostensibly killed me. And now I am here.
He hands over the dream
my
leaf
water.
tea.
They'll keep
How
me.
did you go from?
This will make you feel better.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how did you go from dying to possessing the talisman?
I don't.
You just awoke with it?
I remember falling into a crevasse after being attacked, and I remember
The machinations.
I know. I'm trying.
Do you notice the pause?
I-
He tries to figure the lie.
The pause is an above board pause because I'm trying to remember in my initial negotiation with Hyborius, okay, so he had already chosen me. He had indicated that I was chosen as I lay dying, as I was falling. Did I wake up with his talisman after having been chosen, or did he give that to me after our initial negotiation?
It was extended to you after your negotiation.
Okay. Well, fun. That's fair. That's fair.
That was not done intentionally.
No,
That's
it's
just
okay.
true.
I wasn't sure which one or the other, but one makes
One
it easier
makes
to
it
lie.
The prince going, tell us more.
How's Nor gonna weasel out of this one, guys?
I literally wrote in the chat before this conversation started, we're about to get to watch Nor dance.
Truly.
It's just how good of a dancer he is.
I think Priya would see him struggling and say, no, to verify, you truly do not believe that this affliction, this tether, does not put us in danger and is only, in essence, taking parts of you. If that is the case, as Aoife has said, and I will reiterate, you are entitled to your privacy and your secrets, as long as it is not putting us in danger.
I'm not going to pretend like I understand the full extent of this. I'm also not going to pretend like I am one poor negotiation away from after effects, which I have little ability to counter. However, at the moment, with you all now aware of this affliction, I don't have any other options.
There are always other options, Nor.
Aoife, it's
There are things worse than death.
its air fills my lungs.
Packs can be broken.
Yeah, but if he breaks his pact, does he just, follow the dead?
I don't know. And I'm not prepared to know.
Eve, Priya is correct in one thing. I have no interest in your secrets. You're entitled to do the math of the worth of your life. My concern is that if this power is capable of mass suggestion on an inn full of people, that you are not the only collateral at risk. Furthermore, we are hypothesizing about the Earth Shaper. We're hypothesizing about the Wheel Turner. We've spoken of a Titan in the deep. If this voice within you said silence sister, and it is indeed a Titan in the deep waters, that would imply that it is also a Titan, speaking to its sister. This is several layers of guesswork, but we're very deep in the guesswork at this point. And our asses have almost gotten killed by failed guesswork a few times. And so are you wrapped up in the machinations of a Titan? Is this Titan bound in the same way that other Titans are? If so, is the Warden capable of manipulating us through you? There are big picture questions here, and I understand that you may not have the answers.
What does the talisman want with you? It's a negotiation, right? Is it just sucking your life force, or is it asking for other things?
I have been told to steel myself, to sharpen and harden to the circumstances.
To be willing to kill the Everetts of the world?
What, you just have to feel different and it's satisfied?
No, it's...
Like, oh great, I feel, I found myself, and that's it. Right. It's not asking you to do anything.
I'm told I'm its voice, its hands, its will on this world. It hasn't given me... I've been given no
instructions, no nothing?
There's no list of tasks for me to accomplish. There's no...
Do I believe him?
Make an insight check.
Yeah.
It's almost done. Okay, thank you.
25.
Just keep going.
14.
I don't have. We can decide together if we
Oh
want.
gosh.
Do we want to keep going beyond 10? Or do we want to find a smooth way to...
We can keep going for a little while. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I'll ask again at 10:30.
10.
Aaron is so excited.
You were fully the Andy from Parks and Rec meme right then.
Yeah.
Like,
looking
same
at
exact face.
I looked at the fourth wall.
It was so great. I'm gonna put that in the thing actually.
Nice.
Okay. Give us some.
So the
So
statement...
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, the statement I made was that I was not given a list
Yeah.
of things to accomplish.
Yeah.
And they were trying to clock and see if that was...
Yeah.
If you've been told anything to do anything.
True. So I guess... above table, I did have one of these. I'm not
Interesting.
really concerned about... and I might need
That's
to...
just a flex. It's like
I wanted you to know this information.
Because as far as I'm aware, I haven't been given a
Directive?
Hadn't you been told
like an
something?
explicit like you need to do this task and
You
this
have not
task
been
and this
given.
task.
Here's what I will say.
He was told to give up memories, but he doesn't remember that he was told to give up memories.
True.
He wasn't even told to give up memories.
That's
He
true,
was.
yeah.
He was.
Wasn't he asked to kill somebody or am I?
He was not told to kill someone either. And I will give this to you. Hello, sir. He's okay. Not to me. Don't scratch at the couches.
You're fine.
Yeah, you're fine. I believe in you. I believe in you. You are also beloved by Cat. You are telling the truth that you have not been given a list of tasks. In fact, you have approached for clarification a couple times.
Yep.
And gotten very vague responses. Certifying us on that.
Yes.
What you were told, while it was not a list of tasks, was you were given the words preserve, harden, endure.
Yes. Yeah.
And that is what you took from it. And had a conversation, which you've alluded to a bit, about needing, as you said, to steel yourself and harden to the circumstances, and asked to sacrifice and show or make shows of your commitment to doing so, of you doing so.
Mm-hmm.
So of the things that you were told, tasked with, I think of all the things that he has said, this is the least lie. This is the most true of the things that he has said. I think with a 24 over a 14, that you would be able to intuit that while he is technically telling the truth, there is probably more that he is holding back and not telling you.
And I would just intuit that he hasn't been given a list.
Yes.
So you've got no instructions whatsoever. You've just been given all sorts of magical abilities, no strings attached. Except for...
I would not say no strings attached.
Well, I feel so much better. Definitely. That I don't feel much better.
Do you have inspiration?
I don't. Yeah.
You deserve it. That's amazing.
Look, at least I've got no clue, and nothing's talking to me in my sleep or whatever.
Well, I mean, following Aoife's line of thought, and following our discussion about your magic, and it being about cold and ice, I mean, like, it seems like we have a solid link.
It's not too exciting.
I want to help you. I think not only can we definitely do some research when we're in Magma Hearth and have any of if any runecasters have been recalled from abroad, if any of them have any specialty in understanding magic, then perhaps they can help. Otherwise, we might just have to make do with us. But we definitely want to help. I think more so than learning about the talisman. You've said several times during this conversation that you don't understand how it works. You don't understand what you're getting into. You don't understand the relationship or your requirements or anything else. And I think that is what we really need to focus on. I think if you're moving forward and acting without understanding these things, you are just introducing chaos. I think you really need to stop letting your power control you and take control over it. Our clan, that's one of our core understandings from Clan Fireforge. We exist centered around this special vein of magma that flows through Magma Hearth that we use to forge our weapons and work with materials that no one else in the world can use, because we take that raw, uncontrolled nature and we harness it, we direct it, we temper it, we control it, and turn it into something that benefits the world, benefits us at least. Right now, with your lack of understanding, you're just letting this Titan's power flow freely. And that's what I think that's what we need to focus on, is how do you direct it? If it's an elemental force, it's going to have its needs, just as Aelyrin wanted nothing more than to grow. Something can grow in a healthy way. And if yours wants you to harden and sharpen and preserve, then that can also be done in a healthy way. In a way that is healthy for the world and not in excess or abundance like what the Warden is doing.
I agree with Kazun. Of course I am concerned about potential overflow that would affect us. Primarily I'm concerned about you. This is a heavy burden to carry, and you are a valued ally, not simply because of your magic, but because of who you are. You know, what you see from your perspective, your wit, how observant you are, your knowledge of the world. You are valuable as a person to us, and I would not see you lost, swept up in a Titan or some other creature's power. You know, as Clan Fireforge tempers the lava flows, my people also work with nature to form relationships. And, you know, I think we are all here to support you in finding a way to explore this relationship and gain understanding, even if you can never gain full control because another entity is involved. But we can't do that if you're not willing to lean on us and share a little more than you have been. You know, if we don't know, we can't share our perspectives and potentially help you. You know, we're in your corner, not whatever this thing is. And I hope you'll remember that I'm not trying to drag secrets out of you, but that I care about you.
That's her job. Right? Pull secrets out of people.
Specifically not her job.
Sometimes.
I mean, sometimes, but it's
I stand corrected.
protecting their secrets is more.
Right. So didn't
this is just between me and Priya, above table context, but there are clerics of Koros whose entire job is interrogation.
I'm sure.
Great.
didn't
Love that
when we
addition to the world.
when we were outside the Rotten Keg, you did ice magic stuff, didn't you?
Not in the same way. It's not ice magic. It's more of just the
Ice
aesthetic.
magic.
What did you say?
It's not the ice magic. What is
Just
ice magic?
ice magic.
The ice magic.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I've used Ray of Frost.
DM,
too,
but I
like,
need you because I'm staring at Priya very intently.
Protein milk all over me.
Oh.
Oh no.
Not protein milk, protein shake.
Can I roll an insight check on Priya to see if she's lying about that?
Sure.
What? I'm sorry, I just choked on my
Yeah, I know you're dying. I'm sorry.
I'm really dying.
I wanted to.
What?
I
What are
wanted
you
to
talking-
stare
Maybe
at
not
Priya
before you
and be
die.
like whether or not she's lying about the ice magic. just
Okay,
being
yeah. Insight
aesthetic.
check. Roll either persuasion or deception. Don't tell us which one it is.
Okay.
Using guidance because I'm just focused real
That's
hard.
okay. No,
Why they don't tell us either deception or insight? What's the matter?
because if so,
I'm using.
if he rolls, she could be lying or she could not be lying,
Okay.
right? So if she weren't lying, it would be persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
If she was lying, it would be deception.
So we understand if it's a lie or not. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, well,
She
we're not
tells.
deciding. She knows, but
If she
above table
tells
we
us.
don't know.
Okay.
So if he rolls insight enough to know that it's a lie, and it is a lie, then he'll know.
That makes sense.
But otherwise, we give away that it's a lie by saying it's a
Yeah, she
deception
says
roll
I'm
if
doing
it's a deception
deception.
roll.
We all know.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Which is fine if
Oh, never mind. Okay, 17.
Oh, I had 17 as well.
Means it.
That's two.
2 in 1 night.
I am now Priya. I can
He's discovering what it feels like to use your
tip my
mind.
brain.
My magic is the aura. It is not from ice. It is not from.
Somebody can use different elements, and I'll like.
It's like
I'll,
less than
yeah, let the wizard speak.
I start to produce a magic missile in my hand, and you see like the three little balls of force like kind of flowing around, and then my class ability lets me change the elements of a spell based on other spells I have. So I'm gonna cycle through and go fire and ice and acid and thunder and lightning.
Right.
Because
So he is getting like
Four
magic
elements.
101.
yeah, so it's like magic is the ability to control the elements in essence, but Nor's magic, everything we've seen from him has been suffused with this cold, this wind. I even think all the way back to the carriage on the cliffside when the wind was blowing us back onto the road.
That was me. Kinda.
Well, you said it's about control, right? Magic, being able to control it. So, what happens if you can't control it?
Silent Sister.
Well, that makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside, doesn't it?
I see your points. I will say that act of magic, which was not directly
Or you trip
mine.
traps.
Or you accidentally killed 3 blacksmiths.
We don't
Hooray!
know that I did all that. We only know about 2.
Sorry.
Oh no, that act of magic, which was uncontrolled, was the act of magic that saved everyone in the tavern. And I paid for it.
It was what he was trying to do.
Yes.
It wasn't. He didn't lose control of the magic. It was amplified in what he was trying to do.
It was. I see what you're saying.
Do you
About
know
weird.
that you're deceiving right now?
I don't know if I know that because
Because just to remind,
yeah.
you paid for it not because you were overusing your magic.
Yes.
but because Hyborius was displeased.
Yeah.
And you were asking a big favor.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm. This is a. I track that. This is like a half.
Just making sure.
This is a half lie kind of thing.
Like
where it's
I'm like I recognize that it's a vague mistruth, but I was trying to
leads to C.
We're on the same page.
Yeah. Okay. But I think he's trying to make the point where it's like the above table. What he's trying to get across is that he has used this magic and received, the trade-offs in a way that has been helpful to the party. Like trying to get across that like it's not purely like chaos out of control. Like he is still, every one of these is a negotiation, and he is still like advocating for the good of what the party wants in those negotiations.
And Nora, we don't doubt your intentions. You've proven many times that you are on this path with us and dedicated to it. But the problem is that we don't know the amulet's intentions.
I don't fully know either, other than to harden myself,
And that's what we want to help you with. You, for as long as you don't have that understanding, you do not have like security. You do not have safety. You're not safe until you understand that, and you can learn how to work with that. You're negotiate. If we think of this in terms of merchant negotiations, you are entering into a negotiation with a party and you do not know what they want. You are automatically at a disadvantage.
truly, I understand. I recognize that that's where I find myself. But I also recognize that one of the first rules of negotiations is always, at any point, be willing to walk away. I am, he lifts the amulet off his chest with the chains, currently not able to walk away.
Currently not willing to.
No, I think he's not able to.
Well, it's the
suggesting
line
that he can
between,
just die.
I could just,
Eva has a more comfortable relationship with death
Right.
than others do. I love
The rest
these
of us
different
just
takes.
have to just understand that's a cultural difference.
I mean, she's not incorrect.
No,
That's
but
true.
yeah,
and I'm also.
it's just
I
a
think
difference in take.
she's also speaking to the fact that, like, you said it's not something you've tried. So, like,
True.
we are assuming death is the cost. And that is still a choice, but also, and I understand that playing around with death isn't necessarily a game that you may be willing to engage in, but also you don't know that that's what will happen. Correct? Or am I wrong?
That's a good question.
His hands are frostbitten fingers, right? Like,
Right.
Yeah, with like
At this
obsidian.
point, no. Yeah,
they are-
like at this point, no. They
Do they
were
look-
frostbitten. They have been reforged
Okay,
into
so
like
they look like
obsidian
rock.
fingers.
Right, they're like, yeah, they look like black rock.
And did you choose fingers in exchange of using magic?
Good question.
Or
I did not.
Okay.
I probably would have chosen something a little less conspicuous, but
I mean, you said it told you to harden yourself. Is the goal then you just become one block of obsidian?
truthfully, I don't. It could be metaphorical hardening. It could be
It seems
literal
pretty
hardening.
Based on our
Literal.
interaction with Aelyrin, I would probably say it's
literal.
everything. Like,
Yeah.
All levels.
Aelyrin was obsessed with nothing but the growth. Like, nothing else mattered but
and thus
growing.
inspired in the
And it was
environment
also
growth.
very low level like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like there was some higher goal he was trying to achieve. He wasn't trying some complex machination. Like, he just wanted to grow for the sake of growing.
It was simple.
Yeah.
I mean, profound in its impact, but simple in its design.
And that's what I think is like here. Like, he probably wants to just harden and etc. Great words, but
Just wants to turn the whole world into a rock.
everything. Yes.
Right. Well, one Titan wants to make everything into
Or
a
ice.
fucking bush.
Block of ice.
One wants it to be a friggin' rock. What does the other one want? The friggin' ocean?
If you see everything, look around you. Everything you see, a different Titan wants that. What's going on is instead of doing this in small, manageable bits like they have been forever.
Well, I get it.
They're
All
all
the disasters
rampant.
are happening at once, and it's all terrible.
But they fight each other. Eventually their goals will come to conflict.
I don't think we'll. I mean, if they're at the point where they're in conflict with one another, I think we've got bigger problems.
Which is why we have to figure out.
Reminder, you don't need to say anything.
No, go ahead.
But reminder that you got a tidbit on that when you were in the Gloam directly from Hyborius that no one else heard.
Yes. Yes.
Nor holding out on us.
No. This is not Nor. This is Chase remembering the specific thing that Hyborius said.
Oh, I can tell you.
Oh, okay.
It's just funny that you said that because my last thing on the quotes was nor the effects seem to be localized Tremontane. You asked. He was I can't remember which part of this came first, but he was displeased that you were where you were.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't like that I was in that
and he was like,
zone of influence.
leave this place.
Yeah.
This is not where you're meant to be.
Yep.
This is the opposite of the direction you need to go.
Yeah.
And
if I asked him, I'm like, I need to collect more information.
Mhm.
I need to understand.
Mhm.
You know, I can't just be. You can't just direct me. I need to. I don't think I said that so explicitly, but.
And I don't remember what exactly you asked to get this response. I think you asked if there was some sort of connection between.
Oh yes.
In response to that, if there was some sort of connection between the two of you, the two of them, and specifically asked about Aelyrin's encroaching domain. And the response you got was that our purposes ever contend.
Okay.
But mine, oh man, god damn it, I don't have the exact quote. I'm like, I gotta be so careful with my words! Well, she might have it. That sounds like something you would have written down.
More beer.
It's like that one slip I had where I said, as older than gods, and everyone was like, and I was like, okay guys,
Sorry.
I can't be on it every second.
Verbal typo. Move on.
Verbal.
If that was the quote, then you corrected yourself to say as old as.
I know I did. I know. I'm saying it's like that moment
Okay.
where, like, if I'm not super careful about my words, I can mislead you guys. I believe what I said was, our domains are ever in contention, but mine will win out in the fullness of time.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, I found where we saw the Titan.
I gotta put in nor withholding Tremontane.
Hey, Hey, he learns from the best.
That was too good.
So we talked about the amulet, but what's the deal with the ring?
Oh, the ring. Oh, that's just my ring. It's my family ring. It's a signet ring. It's...
So you go inside and talk to somebody?
Yeah, it's a... No.
Oh, there's no way.
No, it's like a... It's like the bag of holding, as far as I can tell. It's a space of my own. I can enter and exit. I can bring things to and from. It's fairly large.
What if you give it to me?
I don't
Can I
think...
try?
I can't tell if you're riffing or lying. Are you riffing?
No, that's all true.
Okay, good. Yeah.
No, not ish. Well...
Well. Excuse me, sir?
Well... No, I think everything I have said is true.
Okay, so when I say riffing or lying, I should be more specific.
Sorry.
I can't tell if you're riffing or deceiving.
Oh, I was not trying to deceive.
Got it. Okay.
But, yeah, I... Here.
I put it on one time, but
Yeah.
it was occupied.
Yeah, true.
Is there room for two?
No, I don't believe so. I haven't tried bringing anyone in with me. That'd be great. That'd be very useful, but...
Well, if all of us, yeah, go inside of that ring
Someone's got
in
to
danger.
Just leave the ring on a rock somewhere. It's fine. It'll be fine.
I mean, feel free to try. There's a, how do I describe? There's like a discorporation when I do it. You've seen my illusions, how they kind of go from air to mist, and then they solidify. Almost, it's the inverse of that process. I feel myself become less than and am sucked into
But
the
how
ring.
does it work? Do you say something?
No, it's...
How does it work?
That was such a great effect.
I just
It's like
want
repeatedly
it.
doing this.
I want it. I don't...
Is this possible?
This is...
Huh?
Kazun, I feel
Is
for
this-
you. This is...
Is it possible? I mean, is there any way that I can use that?
For you to go into it?
No, it's just.
Yeah, you can will.
It's
You can
fine.
want it as much as you want. Just
want
looking
it.
at it. I want it. I want it.
So I didn't write down the second part, the part y'all are talking about. I wrote, "This is not the place I would have you die," and then he can reach you here and beyond. Get out before you are consumed. And I also wrote this, which I think was from Aelyrin, but is interesting. All cold melts in the turn of the wheel. I need no help. I am the thing that expands. I was brought forth to overtake, and I will overtake.
Oh,
That
okay.
touches
So
on
it was
a
the
few significant-
inverse. Thank you for looking that up because it was the inverse of what I said.
Yeah.
It was Aelyrin.
Because I think all of a sudden, I didn't write this down, but I think what happened is that all of a
I
sudden
think
you stopped
both of
hearing.
those happened. I think they both claimed to be able to overtake the other one.
Yep.
That tracks.
Yeah.
If they're warring brothers, like, absolutely. Like,
I feel like I
The
remember
most
something
sibling
about
ship.
something encroaching somewhere.
Yes. Phenomenal. If you don't already have inspiration, you deserve it. But yeah, because you said that was in response to you saying that ice was coming in to.
Yes. The specific
Oh,
answer
say
to
the,
that-
say the turn of the wheel
ice-
again. Wait, go read it again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, listen. I was tracking that.
Yeah.
Good.
All cold melts in the turn of the wheel. I need no help. I am the thing that expands. I was brought forth to overtake, and I will overtake. Also, before, I don't know what I said in response to trigger this, but he said, Aelyrin said, "My brother creeps his fingers into this land. We wage a war eternal. But my nature is to grow, extend, fill, consume. Even he will fall in the turning of the wheel. The creatures of my forest hunger and will feast on leaf and flesh."
It was when you told him about the frost from your session 0.
Yes.
That was exactly what it was.
Yes.
Inspiration, so deserved. The epic quote callbacks. Also, I would like to read those later so that I can put them in my next
Sure. Yeah. I will send them to you.
You probably put them in the recaps. I can find them.
I can send them to you. Updated.
So doesn't seem
I
to be
believe I
working.
gave it back.
Thank you.
Work for me.
Okay, well, if that's enough about me,
If you don't have extra silverware, like amulets and rings and a couple more stuff,
this is
that's all
the
we have.
extent of my finery right now.
Right now. I gotta make it clear that it's just for now. This is a temporary.
He's got a jewelry box at
unrefined.
home.
Yeah, no, that's exactly how I was reading it.
Yeah.
We're all still magic item shopping from our
Yeah.
last things. We don't really know what we have.
That's part of it too. That's part of it too. Okay. So, where does that leave us? I will be more forthcoming on what might be forthcoming. And
Would you like us to prompt you if we see wind and ice? Should we check in?
I appreciate it.
When you turn into a rock, where do you want to be placed?
Would you rather be returned home or not returned home?
Come back to me on that one. The jury's still out on whether or not I'd like to be returned home.
That's fair.
Sorry.
Scratching on the chair.
Okay, so I will be more upfront on what's going on, and in return,
Deception check?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm inside.
Is that a truth?
I am
Roll
insider
persuasion or deception.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because you have
Deception-
literally had to have all forthcoming dragged out of
Dragged
it.
out.
26.
So that's that one.
Hey, use it or lose it. Do whatever you want.
God, do I let the dice tell
Yeah,
the
and
story?
you specifically read into that there was more he's still withholding.
Yeah.
So
Can you beat a 26?
Maybe.
Beat the nat 20?
Maybe.
he's like possibly.
Oh, you.
With a nat
You got a
20?
nat 20?
No, I have
Oh.
26.
Oh.
I was saying, can he beat a 26
Oh, if you get it.
And he
without?
said
Without.
he said maybe with a nat 20.
I can beat a 26 with a 19
Okay.
if I roll a
Wow,
19.
that's a 10% chance.
I could use guidance.
Yeah, no, I'm letting the
That's
dice tell the
hilarious.
story. Yeah,
21.
yeah. I mean, it's a not one. I
Does he seem like he's telling the truth? Or does
Yeah,
he
you're
feel
gonna have to
like-
decide right now
That's-
whether he
that's
means that
fair.
or not.
No, what did he say? I will be more forthcoming with things that might be forthcoming.
Do you like choke over on the?
And it's a nat 1, so no obfuscating.
Yeah, I
on
know,
this.
I know.
I would also like to recall to Aaron and Finn that y'all witnessed him make a deal with honor in the forest and say that he was going to try to be more honorable. Just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case anyone thinks that might be relevant in this moment.
That's true.
Valid.
Because Michelle above table.
It was so fortunate for Nor that these were the two he
That's
ended
true,
up
yeah.
with in the
It's
Gloam.
true.
Yeah.
It was the best. Everyone was like, "So what happened with everyone?" And Nor was like, it was really interesting what happened with Heath and
Yeah.
Herme." And Herme was like, and
two-
Herme and Heath were
the
like,
two
"Yeah, it was
people
really interesting what happened with us."
fucking the two people fighting while Nora's just sipping tea in the
Yeah.
background.
Yeah, he's lying.
Nor, what are we doing? Could you at least try to mean it?
It's a big ask.
Think of it this way, Nor.
Could you at least try to mean it? Blows out heavy breath.
telling the
convincing. I know you can
telling
tell
the
the
truth is hard sometimes. It can be painful, but you could be fulfilling your
Harden yourself to the discomfort
yeah. I
of
was
telling
gonna say
the
like
truth.
your patrons' wishes by hardening yourself and and facing that difficulty.
Life is interesting.
Uh,
Like 2 hours ago, you were the one doing that speech to me.
Harame, I've seen this puppet show before.
Veltden.
I am aware of the importance of truthfulness as exemplified by characters for children. But fine.
Let me
Fine.
negotiate with you.
No,
We can have this conversation
he's gonna
every
turn into
single
a signal
day,
after that.
or you can begin volunteering some information.
I will begin volunteering some information. The thing that causes me to hesitate is that I am never alone. It is never just me when we discuss. Anywhere the wind blows is where I am bound.
Are you not allowed to speak of him? Them? It?
I don't know.
Is he bound to friggin' Freddie Mercury?
If he hasn't, I mean, he hasn't given him instructions not to, right?
Specifically. We know that.
No, he told us. He told us he
just
hasn't
said-
given him
That's
any
true.
instructions.
That's true.
I don't know the full extent of the reach. I know that there are places where there is weakness when we were in the Gloam, and I can't. I can promise you that I will attempt to share with you the information. I just want to recognize that there are some times where doing so might lead to ill effects for myself.
You can also say, things have happened. I'm not able to convey them to you at this time. That is the thing you can say. You can let us know things are afoot. We can keep our eyes out on the swivel. We can watch your back. You know, it would be nice to have information, but if your head's gonna turn to obsidian, you can always say like, things have happened, but I'm not allowed to say anything about it. And that is a signal to us. That is a sort of honesty. I don't expect you, and I don't think any of us expect you to suddenly know everything and be fully forthcoming in all elements of life and your power. But making some effort to loop us into, are your hands getting worse? Are your hands getting better? Is the power responsive to you? Is the power not responsive to you? When we go into Magma Hearth, does it dampen? Does it strengthen? Those are the kinds of things that I think would be helpful for us to engage with. Does that feel more amenable?
I'm comfortable with that.
Okay.
And that situation, we've always been in that situation when we're a party. We've always had Dewana listening. Aelyrin has been listening to this whole conversation as well. That's the thing about being truthful. When you're honest and truthful, what you say, you don't have to worry about I guess you don't have to worry as much about prying ears because the truth is the truth whether they like it or not.
Again, I appreciate what you're saying, and I agree to that. I would not compare my relationship with this talisman to your relationship with Dewana.
I'm not either. But Aelyrin has just learned how a Titan is overtaking her Gloam, and now we've just had a whole conversation out in the open about how you are bound in some way to one of these Titans. That could very well hinder our attempts to negotiate with her, to work with her. her willingness to help us solve the problem.
Particularly if she feels like you're lying.
But the truth is the truth. And we wouldn't be doing anybody a service by trying to hide that from her.
One last thing above table. So you've been referencing me being bound to a Titan. Do you know that?
No.
They don't know that.
Making
I know
this
exactly
okay.
where this chain
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
It's not. It isn't something that slipped below table.
Okay.
These two, specifically Aoife and Kazun, like Aoife did the whole layout
Sure.
of
Yeah.
this is what I know,
Yeah.
and you spoke with a voice that said silent
Sister.
sister, and we think that's a Titan. And if that's a Titan, then probably
Siblings.
this other sibling would be a Titan.
Okay.
And then she clarified, that's a lot of guesswork.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
we don't know that
It's
for
definitely
sure.
an assumption. But it's an
And what-
assumption he's pretty
It's an
confident in.
educated guess.
And
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Kazun
In the
is
absence
building
of-
onto
Yeah.
that. You know, everyone's not saying it every time, but I think part of what's baked into, I mean, that's true above table as well, is that
Yeah.
that's an assumption being made. And I think baked into this is we are assuming a possible worst case scenario,
Sure.
which is this could be a Titan. And there are clues that could be true. And if it is, what does that mean? So that's what you're getting. He's not
Okay.
speaking out of a certainty of like slipping under table or you
Okay.
said this or whatever.
Yeah, and then I think like both of them are speculating in an absence of evidence of something else.
Sure.
This is the only evidence we have, and like we need to assume the possibility, or we at least need to put this possibility on the table, because if that is what's happening, that's the thing we need to be worried about. Like if it's just some like magical ice block
Sure.
in the Tuscan wastes, like that's not super relevant.
Yeah.
Additionally,
and that's what-
no
I
one
mean-
specifically painted this connection out like Aoife did with that one ladder, but they both brought up comments, things made by Aelyrin referencing a brother connected to the cold.
Yes. Yeah.
And there was one more.
Hello.
Oh, and Kazun was talking about Aelyrin. Was he talking about that? I mean, Kazun was talking about Aelyrin also had a command, like had something that he was following. Like,
Yep.
yeah. What's a
The
better
grow,
word than
grow.
command?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Consume,
like, yeah.
expand, yeah.
And connecting that to, the things that you had heard.
And above table, Kazun has also been connecting those commands to the commands in the runes that he's been unlocking when we dispel the runes too.
Very interesting.
I think they might be related also.
All roads
Which-
seem to lead to Rome here.
Which runes did he get in? Obviously, this is above table. In the keep.
I don't remember if I have it in this notebook or my other one.
There was it was withering or something was the one
Erosion.
erosion, and so he did the opposite of that, and then the time
There was a perpetuation or like a
I can't remember that
I
one.
believe I had the erosion one already from Umber's Rest. But I got two new ones. The one upstairs that was Advancing Time was a new one, and then the one over the rune was a new one. The one over the spellbook was a new one.
I was just trying to think of the commands of like.
Yeah, I have them written on my other notebook. So
If you have them written somewhere, then I can share them.
yeah.
I don't want to share anything that you guys don't actually have, but if you have it, then I can always
I
share.
think I have the first four in this one.
I probably have it. I don't know that I wrote down the ones from the keep, but I definitely wrote down the ones in Umber's Rest.
Hey, I don't know.
It's decided that that's the spot.
Do you want me to put it out to groups if we know that you have it somewhere? Otherwise. otherwise I will hold. Also, on that note, Michelle, I do not. Your notes ended at Thaylor Rising, and saying, "How dare you summon me?" and then jumped to you guys being the notes you put in the public campaign recaps at least, and then jumped to you guys being back at the Gloam settlement camp.
Yeah.
So if you would share
I was
those,
actually
I'd love
looking
it.
at that earlier today too.
That's like all quotes. Yeah, I wrote several. Yeah, because speaking of, you mentioned the Band of Creation. Now that I'm back here, remembered runes of creation he worked with as an apprentice. Feeling now matched a feeling that he had then. Specifically, that was. This is so interesting to go back and read all this stuff.
Well, that felt like a root canal.
When you are intentionally obfuscating
Yeah,
and
I know,
everyone's
I know.
attention is on you,
I know.
it gonna feel like that.
I know.
Up until this point, he's been so good at deflecting the attention elsewhere, and this time it was like, nope, it's on you. We got this road.
Yep.
I might have done it differently, but the fact that she was just with him when he did suggestion, and she was there watching when it happened in the tavern, and he was like, "I did a suggestion."
I
She
did a
was like,
suggestion.
Bro, no, you did not. I'll believe a lot of things, but
I know. She's
Not
like,
that
I know
one.
something of magic. I love how you brought that in too. You were like, listen, sometimes I'm panicked and cast spells, and a new voice never comes out of me.
Yeah, the reason why I was asking about the certainty or whatever is, I think, in character-wise, he's comfortable with you all, well, against his will. He is now comfortable with you all, like, being aware that there is an outside force. I don't know how comfortable he is with you all knowing that he meets with this force and has full-on discussions and can ask questions and or favors of them. So it's one thing to have like a bound relationship, it's another thing to be like, oh yes, and our relationship is I can invite him and like entreat him for things.
Yeah, and
I think
and to have other people know
Kazun
that.
is not even thinking that it would go that far. Like he didn't think that would really be like a possibility. Well, I mean, he's open to lots of possibilities, but yeah, it's not at all what he's thinking. He's convinced that basically you work through the amulet and that creature is just somehow like bound to the amulet the same way you're bound to it or something like that.
and I think that's why Aoife was trying to extend an olive branch of you don't have to give up on everything.
Yeah, and I do think part of the root canal feeling was the the spotlight on.
Nora's not used to having the spotlight on him.
Well, no, he is used to directing the spotlight.
Yeah. Away from him.
Away is especially in this, but also Chase doesn't, and Nora certainly doesn't know the full extent. I don't know the rules. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell anyone about Iborius. I don't know if I'm allowed to speak poorly about him. I don't know how much of what the only thing that basically I don't know if he knows what I know and vice versa. Well, certainly not vice versa, but I don't know if he knows everything that I know.
It's in your Kazun thread.
And it's
Just after the runes.
That's where I was just like, you know what, I just remember going through it because I was doing my notes.
I don't know how all of that is gonna. So part of the hesitation there is not just the not wanting to shoot. It's I don't know if this is gonna get me in trouble. The answer is probably, but that's it was gonna happen eventually. So
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
Nora's friends.
Alter,
That's
erode,
true. That's true.
remind, and balance were the first four.
I'm sorry, will you repeat that?
Alter, erode, remind, and balance.
Those were in Umber's Rest or no?
Yeah, those were the 4 in Umber's Rest. And then Erode, I believe, was the one on the top of the stairs, too. I thought I wrote.
The one on top of the book wasn't Remind, was it?
No.
Okay.
No, it was.
Binding the book, I mean, not.
I remember it was one about like rebirth because I had used the destruction rune to.
I remember the
break
cycle
Yeah.
imagery, like the
So I could
perpetuation.
find it again, but.
Good news, by the way. Here in just a little bit, I will be able to let you all come in the ring.
I was like, I wonder when that happens. I know that's possible.
Level 10.
Nice.
Yeah.
Level 10.
That's a little while.
I think
that's a while.
it's a while away. I think it's
You know
level
that
10. I'm
there's
hoping it's not level
Do
15.
you know that there's a bunch of pillows in that ring, or it was like above table stuff? I think it's
I don't
Describe it
think
to
he
you all.
described the
No,
little
you
room
haven't
he
done
has
it.
to you guys yet.
I think we joked about it being like
Yeah,
inside,
we joked.
like
We-
Ajumajini looking like.
So that's how it's described in the but it's like the room is a portion. It's a comfortable temperature. It's 20-foot radius and 20 feet tall. It doesn't have. It says it's like a portion comfortably with like pillows around, but that very much seemed like just like an aesthetic suggestion, and also just like character flavor wise, I imagining that it would take on the flavoring of both Hyborius and also Nor. So yeah, I kind of imagined it like wood, like very nice wood paneled, like mountain cabin kind of.
Howling wind outside the window.
With howling wind outside the windows, but of course,
very
like.
I was thinking
Of course.
the place where your negotiation happened.
Yes, yeah,
So,
that's what
I think we're vibing on
Okay,
that.
cool, cool.
I've got my reservation for that.
For that, I've got my cat.
And when I can bring you all into the ring, you all get if you all stay in the ring for 10 minutes, it's a short rest.
Oh, nice. That means I get all my wild shapes back.
It's
So we're going to be taking advantage of that.
So that happens at level 10.
So you know, in response to the thing you said you asked a second ago, that the rune above the book was broken with a breaking of the cycle rune.
Okay.
You would know that the runes, and I think I said this, but not. Yeah, no, we know because we're using the same runes. That the runes you saw in Umber's Rest, the runes you saw in the Keep were 2 of the same runes.
Okay.
Seems, guys, like they got the wheel turner. Alter, erode, remind, and balance. Feel a lot like wheel turning shit.
Well, and then the consistent references to
Is that
Nemesis,
Nemesyn? Then is Nemesin the wheel turner?
which above table, Numa sign is the Greek titan of memory.
God, now I'm gonna have to go through all my notes and look up for every reference of Nemesin.
Twice, right?
Yeah, the first time was when we were in the Gloam and we were getting the rune from the Dryad, and we like reached through to pick it up. We like reached through time and space or whatever, and then when we asked about it, Aelyrin said that was Nemesin's touch or something like that.
Was that the session at Opry?
Probably.
That one was, yeah. Which I,
Because I was like, I don't remember this.
Yeah.
which I recorded sections of, but there's like a whole section that isn't recorded for some reason, and I don't remember what happened. That
I think it was
was.
back when TikTok where you couldn't record the whole thing.
Yeah.
That was why!
Yeah.
Yeah,
Turned
you're
off
totally
for a
right,
while.
where it turned off. Hey.
he touched
Look how we
Nemesyn.
leveled up.
But he will riven back. That might be a typo.
Nemesyn is not my study.
You touched Nemesyn, but
Is
he
that
will be
what the...
driven back.
That was what
Does anyone know how to
Aelyrin...
make a wiki? Can we start a wiki?
Oh, we got one Notion. If you just keep
I-
sending that information
What?
to me, I'll just put it on
Was it
Notion.
Aelyrin? Aelyrin, I wrote... So this happened in the vault in 3 sessions ago, where we found out Aelyrin was the book, and what was said was Nemesyn is not my study. That's what I wrote down.
When someone asked if she could do anything about the room.
That certainly lends credence to the idea that that's the wheel turner. Or someone, a Titan, that they have control of. It's also interesting to think that, so the Titans seem to be connected with the gods, at least in part, and so Aelyrin is the child of Yume, which is the god, the venerated god of Grenwald, but then Daisei is the venerated god of the Gloam, and the wheel turner. It's just interesting to think of the cultural connections, and like are they venerated that way because the Titans are in those places?
Destroy everything.
It's
Alright.
interesting.
So we assume how many Titans do we know of? Aelyrin, one in the deeps, Hyborian,
Hypothetically, yeah.
Nemesyn is the time one. And
We don't know a god that, at least not I don't know a god that is over ice and winter though.
Yeah, I'm wondering
is
if it's
or is that storm?
That could be yeah,
Yeah,
and that's
that's what
fair.
I
Like
was
weather.
thinking.
well. So what's Veltden?
Verdi.
Yeah.
Protection.
Valor.
Protection,
Valor.
Let me pull it up.
Trying to remember.
I got it. We
See,
have
I think all of them had 3 like listed aspects, and for whatever reason in my mind, I've been imagining that, I don't know, maybe I'm catastrophizing, but there are 15 Titans.
lot of
one
Titans, man.
one
There was
child.
there was a moment where Josh was talking about all the different domains and counted out the domains.
Yep.
And that's where the 15 number is coming from.
Yeah.
So Verdi, goddess of valor, protection, and wisdom. Kalem, god of sky, storms, and travel. Goddess of death, time, and change. Knowledge, secrets, and mysteries. And then you make goddess of life, growth, and fortitude.
Now see, fortitude could be
It could be.
which
And
is why-
brothers.
exactly. So that's why I'm like,
And life, the sea, like the sea is like one of the biggest
sources of life.
Yeah. And that's interesting that also
And
so
they've also referred
canonically
to they've-
Hyborius called Aelyrin brother and
and
sister of the
one in
deep.
sea. Yeah.
That's really interesting. That also makes me wonder, well, I was going to say, it makes me wonder if they've just gotten control over the Titans associated with Yume, but then that would mean
unless
the wheel turner
I don't
is
think
outside
they have
of that.
control over Hyborius.
Yeah, they don't. No. So they're
not
separate.
as far as I understand.
Yeah, and the wheel turner would be outside of that, so I don't think that's a solid theory.
So if the wheel turner is time.
And that
The
leaves
corrected phrase
death and
was
change.
as old as gods, correct? That was the one? Okay.
Yeah. So they came into being potentially with the gods alongside.
I guess we're
Or it was
like,
just like a rough time.
Yeah.
When you're talking eons, like
Yeah, as
Yeah.
old as
Primordial ooze.
children, yeah.
there's also the possibility, like, I guess it doesn't have to scale immediately from like 5 to 15, because maybe not every god had the same number of children.
Yeah.
Like maybe you may, being, fertility, life, growth, all of that, had more children than
Yeah.
like Koros.
Yeah, because I was like, what's a Titan of mysteries? Like,
I don't
ask
again.
that question.
Don't.
she will answer it, and it will be terrible.
We're having a bad time with the 4 we got right now, and we don't even have all 4.
No, I mean, I started to say hypotheticals, and I'm not gonna, because I don't need to throw those out there. But they're in my mind.
Do we
Michelle's
need
motto
to
is
lay
don't
out
ask
everything?
nothing, won't be nothing.
Yeah, I put forth an idea of a knowledge dragon. Just that this was something that was just a random thing, so just be aware if we run into a dragon, could be a knowledge dragon.
Oh, I thought you put forth the idea of of an underground lava worm dragon.
That too, but
Stop making dragons.
All your imagination
That's
down.
that was
that's
it
the
was
type of
before
change, because
I
it
was
just
just like
destroys
that's.
everything in its path.
I was like, yeah, I feel like a knowledge dragon, you know.
You did say that.
And that would be a really cool thing, and I did
Yeah,
not
that
know
A knowledge
what I
dragon
had
would
done.
be a
What
great
if the
thing.
gods are children of
The
greater
Titans.
gods?
Yeah, that's another concerning
I'm
fact.
talking about like they say like
Well, Aelyrin did call himself Child of Yume.
Yeah.
and then Yume could be child of a greater god.
Well,
Did
it's
you
always
say that,
possible.
or
That's
did
not
you
our
s-
problem.
No, it's
Literally.
Maybe
That's not a problem.
Or did he refer
That
to somebody
sounds like
else's child?
a level 20 now.
None of us would have been trying.
It's still in at a level 6 battle.
Good night.
He- I asked, Kazun asked